Just using my right microphone and camera, hopefully.
What's up, Boom?
I need to do just that shit. What is up?
This is our first time guesting?
Yeah, we've talked so long.
I know.
But yet this is our first time guesting here. Bizarre.
I know. I can't lie. There's part of me, dude. It might be the most starstruck I've ever been on the platform.
Even though I'm a very dim star, I'm a white dwarf at best.
Yeah, what's going on with the lighting?
What's going on with the lighting? You want something a little bit more seductive? Maybe I could get in the darkness like you.
Yeah. Darkness can work. Ooh. Oh my God.
Looks creepy.
That's horrifying.
Okay, let's try something else then. How about that?
Yeah, that's better.
Better? What do you girls think? Is this bringing the milk? Lactation?
That's what it's all about. Oh God, I gotta look away.
We might turn him gay.
I don't need that. Please, that would really mess with my brand.
It would. But wait a minute. It might help, because think about it. No, think about it. You get up in those clubs or what have you, you see those really sissified dudes, and the girls are going after them because they seem inaccessible because they're gay. Sometimes they most want what they can't have. Thank you, Sassy.
So you're saying the most feminine dudes are getting the most female attention?
In some quarters, yeah. I mean, hell, look at say, for example, there are certain broadcasters here, not going to mention any names, but they get gangs of females up in there. More than both of us, as a matter of fact. Like, for example, Brandon and Nick, and they're flamboyantly gay.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if do they pull women that are like really into them intimately, or just women that just love them like they just.
Some of them definitely, if they had a crack romantically, they're going for it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, no, that's true. I know, like even Maddie Queen B told me that like there were a lot of chicks that like were really into him.
That's another good example too.
Yeah, because he told me like he's definitely gay, but he said that like like there were a lot of girls that like he's like I could do it. He's like pussy doesn't faze me. Like I could do it, but like he just for some reason just prefers the man. Listen, I don't understand it, but I don't have to.
That's exactly correct. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah. Different things can float our boats.
That's it.
Yeah, I see a couple of my daughters in here right now. Maybe we're there. Wait, two daddies? There could be two daddies simultaneously.
Could be. I bet soon they're going to find a way to implement two sperms into one child.
That sounded so wrong.
Oh my God, it did.
Capture moments? No.
That will go. Genetically, egg, zygote. I hope I saved it. What time?
You're gonna get on another one of those drama shows, man.
Yeah, you've been really mixing up your streaming schedule.
I have. I've really gone out of my way to try to be more variable with this, trying to come on a little bit more in prime time at the same time to the people in the U.S. Now I'm a bit more settled in. I got a little bit more time to operate with, hence why I'm here right now. I got more time.
In Hollywood, right?
Yeah, I'm on the most famous block in all of Hollywood. I'm right along Hollywood Boulevard.
Dude, you live right. When I went to stay in Hollywood, I stayed on Hollywood Boulevard. My friend must be no more than 10 minutes from you in any way, shape, or form.
What's the closest intersection? Hollywood and
I don't know.
Vine, maybe Sunset.
I don't know. I really don't know. I just remember when I was there, we walked to a few clubs. No, we drove. That's not true. I don't remember. There's a lot of drinking involved as well. I saw Kyle Massey at a pizza place. I heard he's an old now.
I didn't know him.
Fossil.
Ouch.
Remember That's So Raven?
Apparently, he's so deep in the strata. I didn't get to go there. I didn't dig that deep. No.
So what's going on with like streaming? You've been in the game a long time. What is the exit plan on you now for you if it comes to it?
Wow. He is brazen, guys. What's the exit plan on you? So there's that assumption built in there of there must be an exit plan because clearly, Mr. Baum, you wouldn't have all your eggs in the basket, and clearly you're thinking ahead.
Well, you've made it. Listen, I say that to you because I mean, like, you're really one of the only people that's been an actual full-time streamer, unsupported from outside influence, and you've done the Jim Valvano Survive and Advance for quite a while. And I'm just wondering that, like, if things got really dry on you now, you must have something in the works.
And I do have the Jimmy V haircut in the last days. Well, is it too soon, or is it? It may be too soon, but it's been like 20-some years. I guess it's okay. But okay, so I am a survivor, and if I go down, maybe we can have a fund for me, like the Jimmy V Fund. It's done a lot of good things for a lot of people.
I don't know if you're necessarily in the same boat as the donations to you are going to really strike the public like a Jimmy V donation, but.
Do you think so? Well, think about that. Think about that. Here's the pitch. All right. Look at all those attention-starved man-children out there. They need the attention. They need the money. You can help fund them. Remember the bomb by giving them money.
You're giving Shiloh ideas right now. You're giving Shiloh ideas. Shiloh's sitting here just like, holy shit! If he's gonna get what about our starving female child friends?
They already get enough attention as is. They get way too much attention as is. Come on, man.
Well, what you're understanding is they get more attention.
Yes.
Their need for attention is also like,
Yeah, even though they get more attention, the need for attention is at least as great, I find.
More.
Funny how that works out.
Far more. They still feel as if they're not getting enough attention, even with 500% more attention than everybody else.
Right.
But really, have you looked into Twitch?
Oh, I'm experienced on Twitch. I still have my record biggest donation ever was $1,980 on there in one go.
How big was it?
It was $1,980.
How big was it, though?
It was big enough to support me for that month.
Well, I'm talking.
What do you mean?
How big was it? Tell me when to stop.
Oh, okay. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It was that big when soft.
I think you got cheated, man. I think you got cheated. 1,900 sounds like a fucking steal.
I feel like I was a bank robber on that one. When I got it, I have the recording still. I said something like, guys, if we get a knock at the door, I think that's a tax man. I think I might be in trouble right now.
Was it paid in bits?
No, it wasn't. It was through PayPal. Yeah, PayPal gift. And so I made some animation that came up. I just made a new animation that day, which was the Death Star. When I got one over 500, it would shoot a laser and it would destroy the planet.
You can make an animation for a PayPal donation through Twitch?
Yes. Yeah, I did about 60 of my own gifts, and I linked it over. So, for example, when you work through Streamlabs and you'll wind up donating your favorite broadcasters through there, it automatically makes – you can make it so that it triggers an animation. You can make your own gifts.
So are the people donating to you, do they have Streamlabs as well?
They do. You do have to log in to make it work, or at least that's the way I had it set up, to prevent trolls and some fake shit on donations.
So your viewers on Twitch also have a Streamlabs?
Yeah, but it's a quick process where you can just log in through your Twitter or some social media. It's you don't have to like have.
I'm curious how that works. I mean, like even like people, it's hard to get people even in a Discord. Like they're like what is this? Like I don't know. Like,
yeah, I feel you on that. But the people who are most devoted to me, I mean, when you got these people and you have them who are that devoted to you, then they're willing to log in and take 30 seconds to some stream thing or connect some social media to something, make that work. It's a pretty painless process. And link over the card. But yeah, I was quite experienced there, and I didn't like the demographic there, the new people. I mean, it gave me a lot of interesting opportunities with making my own gifts and making the program the way I wanted to make it on the layout. Thank you, Amanda.
You didn't like the people. We don't thank for likes here, Bump. You got to adjust. Bad, Amanda.
Amanda, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my God, I'm gonna spank that fucking ass if you keep doing that. Stop it.
No, she might like that. She might like that. You have to.
Oops.
Or not spank that ass if you're into that. He will not spank that ass.
Amanda, no spanking for you tonight if you keep spanking that fucking like button.
You got to figure out what they want and give them not that when they drop. What was I just saying? When you say you didn't like the demographic, what do you mean by that?
What I meant by that is the new people from Twitch. So the old people, we already know what they're like when they're from other social media. We've already formed the bond with them. I'm talking about the new Twitch folks. I don't know about yours, but on mine, I would get people, and they were really cancerous, where their whole modus operandi was to try to make all broadcasters look bad and just spam and just basically waste your time. Yeah, on Twitch.
I've had, in my first few streams there, I have had such an opposite experience. I've had the trolls I thought were better prepared, better equipped. They have a higher level of trolling, and then I've just met some people through the platform that have just been like, we're so happy to see you come to Twitch. Like, you know, like a lot of them have negative feelings about you now, and they were just happy to see. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. I appreciate that. That one's Marissa. That one's for Bomb. That one's for Bomb. I'm not going to touch that. I'm way too smart. Bomb probably.
I touched it. I touched it many times, and I liked it.
I don't remember what we were talking about. It left my head.
Oh, we're talking about the Twitch troll.
Oh yeah. I had a great first few streams, and I mean, like, the problem is that, like, I'm taking an audience hit for sure. You know, I was able to pull over a part of the community, and, you know, really the people that are devoted. But then a lot of those stragglers that come in and stick around, they don't come. And I mean, that's something I'm prepared to overcome because, dude, let me tell you something right now, and you know as well as anybody, like, I truly think this place is one of, like, the worst run companies in the world. Just in regards to just, like, revenue year over year and just quarter over quarter and just, like, watching their numbers plummet and just their failure to kick back and just, like, failed business ventures. And, dude, and I look at what's going on right now, and, like, and I talked about this a lot today in regards to, like, everybody keeps saying, like, pay your dues. And it's like, dude, there's no more dues to pay here. There's no one to pay your dues to. I've met everyone on the platform 5 times. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. And this is the situation I'm in. Like,
right. I see where you're coming from, absolutely. And I see why you're doing this. And I'm seeing more people doing a similar strategy with going there and certain other things. That's the one that place is the one that's getting talked
also
about the most, I'd say.
Right? What does you now
recent
pay?
Times. What's that?
What does you now pay on the gifts? 40% to the average partner?
Well, you could look at it that way. That's a way of looking at it.
Gives you $100.
We'll put it that way.
If somebody gives you $100, you're getting 40. This is like the efficiency on payment is like, you're talking about, like, Twitch isn't perfect, but I'm saying it's like fucking 70 or 65% over there. Like, you're getting enough
bits. Here's what I did though. Check out what I did. What I did was I didn't actually become an affiliate to get the bits. And people are like, I don't understand. Just fill out the form and you become an affiliate and you get eligible to get the bits. So check this out. So in the bits, yeah, 70%. But instead, on my gifts that I made through PayPal, 96%.
Through Streamlit.
So yeah, so $96 for every 100 that I got.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean,
so I made it so that people wanted to give me bits, but I went, no. If you want to give to me, just give to me through Streamlabs on PayPal because I get
How does Twitch
higher percentage. How do they feel about that? They would not prefer that, but you can get away with it.
I'm just surprised that they're not making a more, like, pushed effort to because I mean that you're talking about taking like what 20 fucking points away from them per donation. Like, I'm sure if a lot of people, you can't be the first person that had that idea.
That's just the first I heard to have that idea.
No, I'm saying like if think about all the other top streamers, like, why aren't they doing the same thing? You're talking about bringing in extra tens of thousands of dollars for top streamers if they could get their supporters to move over there. So I'm wondering.
I had a strong suspicion that they might have been ranking me and artificially holding me back because everybody is big. All of them have bits. All of them that I ever saw in my whole life. Every single one of them. And I never was able to get really on the traffic. So that might have played a role, but I'm like, well, I'm making money. I'm connecting with these people that I know best from other social media. And generally it worked out pretty well. But man, those other commenters, they were cancerous. I would agree with you that the trolls have stepped their troll game up to a higher level there. They're often more experienced there and they're more nerdy. So they can hit you from I think, better, more interesting angles when they're with the interesting ones, but they're also the spammy and the racist ones where I'm like,
but I mean, those get taken out immediately. Like you literally, I have 4 mods. If you say something like that, you're going to be out in no time. You're going to get a hard ban. Also, Carrie, I disagree with you 100%. What's up, Jazz? Carrie said that the incentive for supporting over there isn't the same, and I truly disagree with that. I mean, dude, I don't even like. So the newest T is this guy Sammy, right? You see Sammy going around dropping bars on everybody, dropping 600.
I don't know about that. What happened?
Just look at the leaderboard. You're gonna see this guy Sammy from he's.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Yesterday I was watching Sabrina. She got over 1 million a million likes rather, and that guy was the prime.
This guy's going around everywhere, dropping 600,000 bars on non-partners. He's got to be over. He must have spent 15 grand on the platform this month. This guy is, and I just know something's up. This is
more than 15 grand, but if that's actual converted into U.S. dollars and everything's on the up and up, maybe more like 30 grand or closer to that.
I was being
ballparking.
All I can say is I'm being very conservative.
Right.
I'm saying 15, so if I say 30, somebody doesn't come at me and say it's not. But I agree that it was north of 20.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering how this guy that no one's ever seen before comes on here and all of a sudden has these strong, is he just the most generous man in the world? Is he just and I look at it from a human behavior standpoint. He doesn't dip his feet in. He doesn't find a few people he likes. He just jumps around into random broadcasts and throws fucking hundreds of dollars at each one. This young, independently wealthy, good-looking, man that is from – I have questions, Bob. And the last time I had
it happens.
Does it?
It happens sometimes. It does. It really does, as a matter of fact. So, for example, with one of my top all-time supporters, he was a guy who was young, like 20-something, mid-20s, who had a successful career going in the drug industry, not illegal drugs, but legal drugs, with one of the biggest drug companies in the world. And he ended up dropping a bunch on me and certain other people. He was one of the biggest droppers in the history of for a while. And also when I came on in 2018, there's I guess I shouldn't say, but one of the biggest actors in history that everybody in here would recognize. Well, a close family member. They ended up being pretty generous with some of us. So it does happen sometimes. Maybe he's from oil money or something. Who knows?
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
On what part?
That last part about some person you precurse. I spaced out for a second.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you do have people who are legitimate grade A+ celebrities who can hear of this and they can be aware of it, and sometimes they themselves or say a very close family member can get on here with their credit card, knowing full well that they have the credit card, and they can donate to some of us, and we can get to know them.
You're saying there. Is this speculation or is there?
No, this is proven fact. I know this for a fact.
That celebrities come on here and show love to broadcasters through these other accounts?
Well, the main thing is they're relatives, but sometimes they themselves can be aware of these people, yes.
Why would
and you can meet them too.
A relative of a celebrity?
Yeah.
Because the celebrity wants them to?
Usually no, it's usually more like this. Say, for example, I am the son or the daughter, or I'm related somehow to the celebrity, and it's like, hey, can I have that credit card? I really want to help this person out, and they're loaded like you can't even believe. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just like people, relatives of, just instead of celebrity, just really just.
Usually it's the relatives more often than the celebrities themselves. But sometimes we do get some celebrities. Usually, though, they're going to be more like B grade than that highest.
What you're saying, or even let's say even if your dad is runs a Fortune 500 company, and you just you're just like, Dad, I want to give these people, you know what I mean?
That's another one.
Yeah, I could see that. Like I said, I have a small sample size here. I've only seen what's been around for the past few months. But like I said, the last time I felt really weird about a young, good-looking dude going around spreading love, it turns out that he was not that young, good-looking dude, and that he was actually, So I mean, I don't know. It's just this time I was just more vocal about it up front, because last time I had suspicions about that for a while, that a young tattoo artist was just dropping $15,000, and I'm like, what? How much are you charging for a tattoo? How many tattoos are you doing a month? Where these numbers are not adding up for me. And I'm just saying that I just find this behavior just strange. Love
I feel you on that, but then again, some people would look at your broadcast and they'd find your top fan strange. It's like, what? Where do you get the money from? Why are you spending it on this guy? He's a non-partner. I don't get it.
But the thing is, if you take the next look in, the people, all my top fans have spent extended amounts of times in here from the beginning. They didn't become the success, the support didn't start like that. And if you've been around, like even KT in the beginning, KT, Shyeloe, the names that initially were dropping, they were in my broadcast every time I went live. Then Marissa stepped in and blew the fucking roof off it because Marissa had the capabilities to do that. But she was in my live from start to finish every time I went live. It's not like she just came in, dropped bars, left, went somewhere else. Like, I think I have the most easily understood like fan base in regards to support because they're just the people that watch me that have been supporting me. It's not like I don't know. I don't see too many.
So you don't get the drive-bys. You don't get the big drive-by.
I got one drive-by, 89,000 bars or 79,000 bars from who was it? KT Yusuf, a 5-crowner came in and just dropped, blew the fucking. That was one of the only times I've ever had anything like that. I've had surprise drops. Like one time, a guy that watches me a lot, Hugo, came and did like a $70,000.
Doesn't he have that pimpin'? Have you seen that pimpin' fur outfit that he's got?
Yeah, that's Hugo. Yeah.
I want that.
So I've had surprise drops like that, but rarely is it people that I don't know that aren't. Yeah, you forgot yourself.
So I guess what the deal is that you're not the eye candy apparently. No. Because usually eye candy, they're more likely to get drive-bys, I find.
Yeah, I've maintained that like even though I get a lot of love from like the community and stuff, like I don't really get like people don't really come in here and just be like oh yeah, like because I guess I don't dance when I get bars. I don't really do, you know what I mean? I say thank you. I get excited. I don't shake my ass. I don't have the freakishly long tongue like you do. I'm uncomfortable.
We put the cum into uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, your reaction was my fave. Well, because you know me. But I mean, if for a random person coming, I don't imagine them being like, "Oh yeah, I want to keep dropping on this guy." Like, also, I think part of it plays into like just to be an alpha type personality. I think a lot of people are looking for those like people like they drop on them and it's like, "Oh, thank you, like you're my hero," like that type of dynamic. I think is a big dropping one, like the damsel in distress type, or guy that's like. Just, like you're paying my bills for me. Like, I love you like so much. And for me, it's just kind of like, oh, like, like I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you. You know what I mean? Like that's really generous of you. Like I can't explain to you how much I appreciate that. Like that would be my response to a drop. Very practical. Not like fucking, not King Tay. I'm not jumping up. I'm not being crazy. Not Brandon. I'm not twerking my ass at the camera, not like, so I think like there's part of my behavior, just like, probably discourage certain people from coming in and dropping, but
could be. What was that little? Didn't you used to do a little singing thing briefly?
Oh, I sing all the time, but that
there's the thank you for the bars. I remember that.
Yeah, thank you for the 50. That went away. That lasted for like maybe like a week.
I knew that was gonna last. That was not gonna last because I didn't feel like it was built for the long run.
I think you were here that time because I asked you if you said it. Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember saying it like that, but maybe I did off the top when I was just changing things and trying a new reaction at some point.
Because in the very beginning, I stopped being a viewer. I used to be a viewer. I would watch Candy. I would watch you. And really, you were the only one whose broadcast I'd actually like actively watch. And then when I started broadcasting in the beginning, sometimes.
I remember you say, hold on, real quick. I remember you saying Candy was your absolute favorite. Not me, not any of the rest of us, but Candy was your favorite.
Yeah, that's true. I
caught him saying that.
No, I can't back off that. And like I said, like I own the fact that at one point in time that was how I felt. I also
was it because she was good looking or what was the deal?
I thought the banter there was hilarious. It had a lot to do with him as well. I thought they were very funny, and I didn't realize a lot of the history or just kind of like the fucking like crazy shit that goes. That was
I could tell because you were a newbie at the time and you clearly didn't know about the issues from the guy in particular directed toward a lot of us broadcasters.
And that a lot of people that knew me from that were like very suspicious of me at first, kind of being like, well, if you think that this is okay and this is great, then you're probably And I don't feel that way at all anymore. So,
I knew it was going to end. I knew that honeymoon, in a sense, as a viewer between you and her, was going to end. Yeah. I gave it like 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know if it made it that far. I don't know, but because all I remember seeing was just him. He just I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, it was initially funny, and then it just became not funny. Like I just had like a fucking attack come for me out of nowhere after like I literally did nothing. Like these things I never said or did. And I was kind of like, this is crazy.
I got the exact same stuff, and long before I got to the point where people would mention his name. I go, huh? What? I wouldn't even bring his name up.
Yeah, I don't either. You'll never hear me say the name on stream.
Yeah.
I find him to be just irrelevant.
Because what do trolls want? They want you to mention their name as much as possible. They often get off to that.
Right. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah, but back to the initial thought. I found myself like there were times where because I didn't really know broadcasting and I had a small sample size of other people that I've seen broadcast, that like naturally when you see people react or do things, and I think that there were some mannerisms or small things that like probably rubbed off. That I think it took me a while to find my own identity, just because like you got a 400. Well, I know how Bomb responds to getting a 400. You know what I mean? So
well, like, at least to your credit, I have to give you credit for this. You weren't like so many of these other people that come on board, and every fucking time somebody drops any gift that's $3K or more. Everybody hashtag that name right now, that name right now, every fucking time. Yeah. All these broadcasters.
I'll promote a hash. I'll be like, guys, show love. But like, I think you get a lot more, as much as I've been painted as like the non-practical one on the platform, you get a lot of practicality in my broadcast. And I think in a lot of ways, being incredibly practical on this platform is irrational. And you get what I'm saying? Being practical here is irrational because it's not a practical place generally.
It's an idealistic place.
When you try to bring like that practicality to like other people and hold them to a standard of just being practical, you become like this crazy like, well, what things are working just fine. Like, well, why we have our own way of conflict resolution. We don't need another person to answer to. It was kind of like a little bit of that and a little bit like what gives you the right and
I see where you're coming from on that. I saw various practices that I consider to be insane, but yet they were the status quo. And then when I would challenge them, people were like, but that's the way we've always done things right here. Yeah, let's change it because I think there's a better way, demonstrably a better way.
And now it's so like for me, what I realized like being here now is weird, especially when if you're in like the drama game at all here, there's really only like 4 players. In regards to like really like they talk about all the situations, but in regards to going to get the scoop, there's really not many people that are like you as far as I'm concerned, you have no drama game whatsoever. I've never really seen you've talked about instances, but you're not talking about this person did this or this. You're really doing your own content. And like there was like this monopoly on like drama where like the whole drama verse all believe the same uniform thing. Like if you're in the drama, like this is the opinion you get and like this is what's right. And I was coming in challenging that. And in the beginning there was so much kickback in regards to like, people thinking I was evil or like just like this toxic person. And over time, through them continuing to cover me, they've literally brought me my community. They've hand served it to me. Like through the calling me out on things and being ridiculous and making me out to be something I wasn't, they then had people look at me and be like, he's not what they're saying he is, and thus grew my community for me.
I think you're the type of person, I definitely feel like I know you well enough at this stage after these months to say you're the type of person where with sensitive people, because of your brusque style, your New York style, if you will, as you have referred to it as, they're going to get easily triggered by you. And some of these people that have been the centerpiece of the tea, if you will, I don't know how much of it is real and how much of it is feigned to try to get more in the way of views and pity and stuff like that, but they act like they're super offended by what you were doing on a consistent basis. This is something I've noticed.
Yeah, that was a standard. I talked about that over and over again. I kept trying to tell everybody, I go, no one, like, do you know how much, you see that thing in my bio, Selly Hose? Do you know how many times broadcasters have mentioned that in regard
so derogatory toward women?
And then they've said that I'm a misogynist. You're talking about this has happened from certain people. Like you're talking about like over 50 times this issue. Whenever anything happened, right? If I was talking about something specifically that happened, the response would be like, at least I don't call all women hoes. You know what I mean? And like be like, how can people be in the, and it's like here we go. And what I kept trying to tell everybody is like, don't get riled up over something that they don't give a fuck about. It is such a blatant manipulation of your feelings and how you know what I mean? It's kind of like if you stand by women, then you should hate this. And it's like, it's a complete manipulation play. There's no outrage whatsoever. And I talked about this, and a lot of people that even were on the other side, they saw it that way and they felt they were being manipulated, and they kind of like, they've come around. I've had subs reach out to me and unsub, and you know, things have happened.
I think that if you're going to do the fake outrage, or if it's legitimate and you're just a very sensitive person who's very prone to that, but let's go with it for a moment. If you're going to do that, it looks much better when you yourself do not partake of content that a lot of people find to be offensive. So you come across as a gigantic hypocrite when you hit other people up with that kind of stuff.
But for some reason, what is so clearly hypocritical, based off literally, like you're talking about, like an hour ago, you make these outrageous comments, and then literally like even sometimes minutes later, you're condemning me, and it's so blatantly hypocritical. But for some reason, it's people don't see it. People over here see it. But there is some level of, and I think there is some level of a brainwash that does transpire, and a lot of this in regards to thinking that you sympathize with someone, you like them, you appreciate them, and you sympathize with them, but you sympathize with them in a way that becomes enabling, like poor behavior. Instead of you calling out the poor behavior, you enable it because you like this person and you know another side of them, and it's like, oh, you know this isn't really them, but just because this isn't really them doesn't mean that the behavior is excusable. And I think that like that was a big, and I think believe it or not, I think for the current state of the platform, what I managed to do, I don't think many people would have had the ability to just keep throwing this tennis ball against a brick wall and having it bounce back and then throw it again and then throw it. I mean, I really came out hard, man. A lot of people would have quit, I feel like, after like a month of this, or tried to just get out of the game. But I mean,
Actually, I saw people did when they got involved in some of these types of circumstances when they were on the come up over these last couple of years. You'd mentioned brainwashing, though, and that reminded me. So years ago, I had a family member that was kind of brought in by a cult, and I got exposed a little bit to some cult community type things. Also, a girl that I dated, and it made me more cognizant of certain brainwashing and cult techniques, and it helped to more finely tune my bullshit detector, if you will. And I'm seeing some of those exact techniques, some of those brainwashing and cult leader type techniques being applied by some of these broadcasters, and it freaks me the fuck out. And I see these people who just hook, line, and sinker take it, and it's so transparent to some of us what's going on, and they seem to have no idea. And I think with a lot of these people, when they look back at about 3 or 5 years, they're going to go, what the fuck was I thinking?
We have someone that literally said that. Like, I have somebody that was one of my supporters when she was young. She was like 14 or 15, and she was like in a specific community here for like for a few years. And then she looks back and she was like, I don't know you know what I mean? I don't know how I looked at this situation, how I did at that point in time. I don't know why I felt the way I did. And here's what'll happen, Bomb, is like, you have to understand, like, this will just turn into negative PR. It'll be like, oh yeah, like I brainwash, like you're saying I brainwash. And like, yeah, I think that's exactly what happens, but they'll just turn into like this like caricature, as in like, oh yeah, like I'm brainwashing you, instead of actually, you know. But if I was there to have the conversation, or you, and just address specific instances and how we think that's happening, what would end up happening is, let me tell you what the next line would be. Well, I'm not the person that calls everybody hoes. It's happened to me so many times where I've been trying to have a normal conversation, and it's been completely sidetracked by that line or anything else.
A soundbitey thing. Yeah. Relying upon those soundbitey things to prevent a further dialogue for further deeper understanding.
It's so successful, Bomb.
It is. Because it's able to get to these people who work off of emotions and most people actually are like that, or at least a lot of people are like that. They don't want to do the harder work to engage their higher cognitive faculties to go, wait a minute, wait. Maybe it's a bit more complicated than that.
That takes brain power, but in just feeling something quickly and then following it, dude, Bomb, I would have people that would be in my streams telling me things like, you're not that bad, like this, and that. I kid you not. I would end the broadcast. 15 minutes later, they would be in another stream. I really don't like this person. Like he's.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Because the context would change, and because the broadcaster might say something about I just don't agree with this, and then they're so suggestible. And I think being someone that's not very suggestible overall, at least in my own opinion, I pretty much have my views on things. I find it so hard to relate to someone that can change so quickly, just go from saying something to saying that, it's new to me for sure. But I mean, I guess if anything, it taught me a lot about the human experience, just being on you now, one way or another.
You get exposed to all sorts, including the chameleonic types that you just had described.
Or even it was the same thing with broadcasters, Bomb. It's you watch it's literally it's like a small scale, huge political game. Watching people come to gain your favor, and then dangle your favor with other people, and then step on you when it was time to step on you, but then do maintenance on you. You know what I mean? After they step on you, send you a DM. I just want to make it clear that this is, you know what I mean? And then come into your stream, drop a 10, go, and it's like a meter of how long it's going to take for me to cut you off. And it's oh, my meter is really low. I need to put a lot of time in. And it's I like you. You're doing a good job. And they bring the meter back up, and then they throw some more shade. And then originally for me, it reached a fucking point where I literally don't even care at all about what you could be in a stream and just say Shyeloe fucking sucks. He's mean. I won't even talk about it on my stream anymore, because for the person that they kept calling the clout chaser, that was what they used to say about me because I talked about things. I have seen so many people try and step into my clout over whatever you want to call it in regards to coming around and just using my name for attention and views. But they'll make a stream talk about me, get 160 views, and then turn around and call me a clout chaser when the content of the conversation is me. It's it's a long conversation that could be had, Bob. But
very, very long. Again, how long?
Keep.
Got to go portrait mode. Whoa. Okay. Horsecock. Damn.
Horsecock with gigantivism or whatever, gigantism. Thanks, Chad.
A pituitary gland disorder.
Right.
Tumor time.
Disorder.
Yeah, I've been in the position, because I've been here for so long, you go through those inevitable hot and cold spots where you're the shit, you're the person that so many people are talking about, to maybe kind of fall a little bit out of favor for a little while. And when I was dominating number one, or those various periods of time where I've been able to do that, then I see all these people come out the woodwork and they're like, oh yeah, Bomb, he's so cool, love him, great stuff. Or some of those drama starters where they use your name to try to propel themselves and use your name in a negative way. Then they talk about me a whole bunch. And then when I wasn't so hot, all of a sudden, wait, where are all these people? Where are these people? I'm still on the same app. I'm still doing the same content. I'm still the same guy. Somebody brought you up the other day, and I'm like, wait a minute. So where were some of these people when I was there back in December or November or so last year? Because he was still the same guy then. He was still foundationally the same broadcaster. He's all of a sudden different now? No.
Yeah, the people really and people have said that changed. The people that watched me in December when I first started going, or even once I found my groove a little more when I was streaming, even January, a lot of my audience really has carried over well. The same exact shit. Now the only thing that happened is I've got tired of talking about certain things, and I've become like an old dog in certain regards. I feel like a vet after 4 months in a weird way, just in regards to the drama. I have seen so many fucking stories. I've been through all the plots where there have been times where I would never realize how big a story was going to be until I would end the broadcast. because I would let things go. I'd vent, and then I'd end, and I'd be like, well, those clips are that's a morning show right there. That's a fucking show. You know what I mean? And because I always, at the end of every stream, it usually be late at night, I sit like, I need a few seconds to decompress, listen to a song, and I'd be like, well, that's going to be, and then I'd go on in the morning, hear my name, log in 2 hours later, still my name, go in that night, job to a broadcast, talk. You're talking about, there was a point in time where, I don't care what anybody says, it was a 24/7 fucking selly news cycle. In a certain realm of broadcasters. I'm not talking about all the, the whole platform, but to a lot of the people that I was, in tune with at the time. And it got to a point where, like, I just got numb to it. Like, I didn't care. And
you've been fucked numb to this point. He doesn't even feel it going anymore, guys.
Numb to it.
Have you been concerned potentially about maybe being censored or suspended, banned on this thing?
I think I'm gonna get banned very soon.
Within the next month or so?
Yeah.
Because
I'll tell you why.
I am kind of surprised you've never been suspended since you started broadcast a lot in January or so, right? Or have you?
I've been suspended. I caught one for a comment I made. I made a comment regarding a broadcast. So I'll put you underground in the chat, and they suspended me for that.
Meaning that metaphorically or literally?
It was contentious.
Okay. Another way to say it, literally, if I saw you on the streets, I'm giving you the right hand.
Put you in the ground or something
like that?
I was like, I'll put you in the ground, I think. And that was it. And I got reported, and I went out for that. I think I went out one other time. I don't remember.
Oh, that was a mail broadcast you had an issue with from the Northeast area, right?
Yes.
Maybe Massachusetts or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but moving on now, like, I'm going to get banned because I have become, like, dude, so many people, my influence, after people seeing me leave here, go to Twitch, get a sub button, get 40 subs in a few days, like, fucking people are like, well, a lot of those middle tier broadcasts, they're saying, shit, I'd rather struggle there than here. The influence that I've already, my DMs, is people just being like, oh, like, the traffic I've pulled over, the shit that I've been talking about you now. You know what I mean? Like, they're eventually like, we don't need this. This man is quite literally fucking, he's leading a revolution that's not in our fucking favor. Like, and the thing is, man, like, I gave you now a shot. I did. And I gave it as much as I really was able to before I had to be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I have to offer. Do you guys want to start a business relationship? They neglected, and I moved on, like the same way you did when you drew your line and you moved on. And people still mock me. They're like, oh, I thought you were supposed to leave. I thought you're not coming back. And it's like, you know what? I like coming on and just poking the bear a little bit, Maybe gain a fan or two, bring them over to Twitch. Like, so, I'm still here. I know there's a lot of community still here, especially mine, because I'm coming from here and shit. But I think that is going to take me out, because they're going to be like, this man has literally become to a point where he's harmful to what we're trying to do.
What if? Oh man, what if? So you continue to do these shows here and there, and you're trading off the time between here and over on the Twitch or Glitch TV or what have you. So you're doing that, and obviously it's not the fastest fan building in the world, but it does happen. You get some more fans here and there, and then they take you out when you're like at 4.5K down the line. What about that? On here is what I'm talking about.
I don't even, we put out a message through my broadcast, do not fan, do not drop bars. I do not, dude, for me, like, when I'm on here, it's fine. I don't care. I have no interest in even reaching out for partnership. The only way I could ever get partnered is if they would come to me, offer me partnership. And let me tell you, if that ever happened, we would have to have a conversation regarding percentages. Like the tables have turned, Bomb, in that regard. Like, I'm doing okay where I am. The people that
okay, how about this? Let's say I'm running the platform, okay, and I say, all right, you know what? I've decided arbitrarily I'm going to make a 5K exemption for you. You know what? There's a guy we saw. Sabrina screen capped that the other day, a Jordanian Instagram model. Yeah, 37 Instagram fans and had a tip jar.
Yeah.
We'd never seen anything like that before. Now, I'd seen somebody as low as 300 or 400, but not that low.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said about his perks? That was kind of interesting.
No, all I saw was a screenshot of it.
Wow. I was pretty surprised. He said that they give him these free spins that are supercharged. And I was seeing some people who were getting these bizarre free spins where they get all these 1K tips.
I got that a lot on the come up. There was a point in time, or it was around the time where you said something to me. And I noticed that a lot of 2K free spins started popping up, and then I was trending first in guys very quickly.
Yeah.
I'd be live for 6 minutes, and I would be first in guys. And like I would literally know there was a point in time where I definitely felt as though something was being accelerated for me, and there were times where I would really start paying attention. I'd be like, all right, there's 40 people in here. I would look at the audience, and I would be like, okay, there's actually 40 people. There's actually 35 people in here. So I think there have been, there have been times where there was a time where I was definitely getting a little accelerated. But then I think also like in that regard that I've also actually I've never really had like a dead chat in regards to having like 3 people because I'm very active in looking at my audience, seeing who's there. And I pretty much have faces with the names now. So I kind of know who's real and who's not in that regard.
I think if you got big on some other social media, then you could leverage them into that, like the Jordanian Instagram model guy. But exempting that, I don't see them doing that. But let's say, for example, they gave that to you, and there was a talk about percentages. What are you going to try to press for, if you want to talk about it here?
No less than bits on Twitch, no less. So what would that be?
So 70%? No, not under 70.
Right. What is it, 60? Because think about unless
70.
Unless they have leverage. Unless they can say like our traffic is booming right now, you know what I mean, and I could come here and put on thousands of fans and do that, then I'd be like, okay, let's have a talk. The way it is right now, if they offered me right now, they wanted to sit down, they wanted to be, I'd say, listen, for me to really bring traffic back here and tell people to start buying, people that support me to buy bars and shit, I would want to take 70%. And I have no problem coming on here and not making money. I have no problem with it's not even about that. For me now, it's just I like a negotiation, and I like that. And I'm not just going to come on and be like, yeah, 40%, money's money. No, I don't want you spending money on me if I'm taking 40% home. Keep it in your pocket. If you're trying to support me and 6 out of your $10 are going somewhere else, please, there's better ways to do this. I'd rather you find a nice girl, take her out to dinner, buy yourself a fucking Louis bag. I'm being serious. The utility on that is so fucking poor.
I know you're being very serious, and it's kind of surreal to me in a sense to even have this conversation. So here we are right now. You're number 1 in guys, and they're allowing this. I've bet for them for, I don't know, 12 years or whatever the fuck it's been, a long ass time. And I don't go into this topic, and I'm buried, or they try to bury me as effectively as they can in the rankings. Right. That's interesting. That is fascinating.
I think now I think the difference is that when you were doing this, things were hot, and it's just it was just I don't know, I've always said the same thing. She thinks you're Sully. That's crazy. That's not Sully. That's Bomb.
I'm Sully now? Really? Sully and Sully? What? Not Bomb. Oh, maybe he's in the broadcast? Could that be it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, maybe she's calling you Sully, because a lot of people mispronounce your name as Sully. Could that
I don't
be
know.
It?
Let's pretend she's not here, because that's really what we do. So anyway.
But she has good titties, though. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I've seen better. Anyway.
Hey, so Sanders, maybe you can show me. I don't know if I've seen better or not, so I need to find out. But anyway, go ahead.
Anything playing you or in regards to you, Sander, take it to Bomb. Sully's not into it. I haven't seen them. I've just seen I'm just saying, I'm just seen better just from broadcast and whatever.
Like mine, big boy?
No, she's got you beat.
Yeah, well, I bet my clip game is better and easier to find to cut.
But in regards to what you're saying,
I feel like some of the stuff that you're saying, though, I felt so far ahead of the curve in certain ways, because I was saying some of this exact same stuff 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's mine? Well, where are my crazy 2K free spin loaded up things and trending boosts? Because I wasn't getting that.
I feel that. The other thing I was going to say is I find it very interesting, just the timing of that fucking live. But anyway, Just
That live? What do you mean?
just someone going live at an interesting time. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I think I can read between the lines.
It's just weird. I things like this just happen sometimes. I don't know.
Again, I come back to 4 names, so I think I narrowed it down.
What were you just saying? I wanted to say something.
Percentages, maybe.
Oh yeah, I think that if I was on a little while ago, they would have taken me out. Like I think that just like the timing of everything, it was at a time where they were trying to like really allow new opinions and new shit, and like I just feel like I felt it because like people told me that like you couldn't talk about other broadcasters the way I was. Like if they wanted you off, you would be off. And the fact that I was able to get through and that empowered me to realize like, okay, like, you know, and I challenged a few times. I said, you guys don't like what I'm saying, get me banned. I made that declaration a few times and it never happened. So clearly I'm sure the influence was there. I'm sure that people reached out and made their statements. So HQ must have taken, I think HQ's view of me has changed. I think they initially probably, there was people in there that liked me and whatever, and maybe there still are. But I feel like now that like just like when they just see just the mentality I've taken on and how I feel and just my disdain for a lot of what's going on over there, that they must have taken some of it personally and they probably don't feel as they once did. Plus, I couldn't even bomb. I've gotten 0 correspondence in regards to actual one-on-one personal correspondence. I got that one opportunity to talk to a designer, and a D reached out to me with that general message saying I'm a good broadcaster and this, but I have not been in any way, shape, or form given the opportunity to be heard or speak to anyone.
Well, hey, you know what? That's more than I got in 4.5 years. I never got to talk to any designers in that time. I never got invited for that sort of opportunity. So, well, congratulations, I guess, even though that's not quite what you're looking for.
Right. I don't. Your whole thing, between your whole thing and Sabrina's whole thing, I still don't understand it fully. Why there's been like, I heard Sabrina even talking in one of her streams. She was like, I've been on here for 4 years. I've never got an editor's choice once. Have you ever got an editor's choice, Bob?
I did get it, but it was years ago. And yeah, it was a very interesting thing. There was a slight period of time there several years ago where it looked like maybe we were going to be, I don't know those titles. I don't like royalty. I like meritocracy. I like democracy, but where arguably we're kind of headed toward king and queen of you now in a sense. We're in the relationship, and we were really building up, and we had a really good argument there. I was one of the biggest bar pullers on the entire platform. She was destroying it on views and on followers, and it was a pretty interesting combination, and it was very interesting to see what happened where all these people were far underneath us. They were given the benefit of all this promotion and editor's choice, and we weren't getting that. And they're getting sub buttons, and we were dwarfing these people.
Yeah.
We're like,
how do you maintain the outrage on that? Like when you're seeing people that are just because like I would imagine if I was in your situation, I would have been like, this is fucking bull. Like I would have started talking about it. Like
I went off. Yeah, we both went off. But the thing is, so at first, well, we're not the kinds of people who get like, motherfuckers like that unless we're playing some joke and we're acting. No, instead we would just give a lot of acerbic commentary and sarcasm and a lot of jokes about it.
A lot of shade, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of shade. And it was deserved because it was completely unfair, and we never got a good explanation. It'd be one thing if we were given a valid explanation about, oh, well, we think the content is too racy or not enough this or too much of that, but we never got that. There was no explanation given for either one of us. I do believe that she is the most discriminated against broadcaster on the platform easily. Because think about it, somebody with 100K fans got out there much faster than Brady Cupcakes even, with a lot less time broadcasting, about 20% as much broadcasting.
Love that.
Doesn't even get editor's choice, let alone a sub button. Yeah. How is that even possible?
And and do you have an answer to that now? How is that possible?
Oh boy. Okay. Well,
I know. We did. I know about a specific person in personnel.
Right. So I'll go into that. I'm willing to go into that. There was somebody who used to work for the platform, and he was a powerful string puller. He worked out in the offices in New York, and he was seen as a pervert. And there were times where he seemed to use his position of power to try to get sexual things from the girls. So here it was. She was up and coming. What's that?
Sexual, like favors or pictures or?
Yeah, I'll give you a classic example. So here she was on the come up as a new broadcaster, probably within the first 1,000 or so fans. And she was high up in trending, and she gets, those moderator messages, where they can message you up here. You can see them, but the audience can't see them.
No,
right. Okay, well, they can do that. They have the ability to do that. So she got a message saying, wear a bikini up here. And she goes, wait, did you guys see that? And people are like, what are you talking about? And then she goes, I'm not going to wear, and she realized it must have been somebody who worked for the platform. She goes, I'm not going to wear a bikini. They drop her broadcast. She ends up getting suspended. And
they suspended her?
Yeah, she got actually banned. Banned. It went beyond that. So it looked a little bit suspect. Now, that guy was fired, or he left to another platform.
Do you know his name?
Matt.
Do you know his last name?
No, I don't know his last name, but somebody here right now might know the last name.
I was wondering if he's on LinkedIn.
Not Matt. No, not hats were not involved, guys. Okay, it was a different thing. But this was when he was working for the platform. Now, there is a process of elimination that went on, because once he was gone from the platform, all of a sudden these pervy messages weren't popping up, and that kind of stuff wasn't happening.
So there's multiple examples of these pervy messages being.
Yeah. There was he developed a real reputation as leveraging his powerful position into that kind of stuff. And if you gave in and play ball, then you get benefited. If you don't, you get dropped.
That's like when you say benefited, like you would get pushed or like.
Yeah, and you just get, even by benefit of you staying on, it's like, well, okay, I can drop you, I can ban you, I can.
It would drop people like that. Like it was just like one dude at a screen, just like drop, like playing,
kind
of like Hunger
one
Games.
dude.
Like just playing a big globe, like, you know what I mean? Like send fireball, like that's
right.
Crazy.
Now that was the genesis of some iffy stuff going on, but then we're like, but he doesn't work for the platform anymore, so why? And we never really did truly wrap our minds around it. One of the biggest explanations given by the people over the years was, well, you see, because she does some racy content here and there. Excuse me, look at all these other people in racy comments and racy stuff with sub buttons, and they're always trending constantly and talking about peeing on each other, and they've had sub buttons for years, and we've been there, done that, so it can't be that. We know it cannot be that.
Right. And do you think somehow there was some sort of institutional like bias kind of that just kind of transcended its way?
What other explanation would there be? I don't understand any other kind of valid explanation. Now, maybe somebody can somehow impress upon me a good logical reason for this. I have yet to encounter it over the years for her.
Because I know, in regards to Sabrina, like, it just seems like just the fact that she's like an attractive girl with over 100K, like, how does she not end up with a sub button? Like, even, like, they gave Jenna Marie a sub just now. You know what I mean? And Jenna Marie's been like a good member, you know, of the community, and like probably a deserved sub. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve one, but even it's not like it's like too late. Like Sabrina, even now, like just to be like, all right, we're gonna give you. It's like she's been back. And I don't know if they're gonna wait. Maybe she has to be back for like a month or maybe I don't know how long has she been back broadcasting now?
She came back before I did, so this is way back in 2018.
No, I'm saying recently, like because I didn't see her on the platform. I just remember you mentioning her to me, like, you know, just like
she's been broadcasting somewhat consistently for months now, even before I came back in 2018.
Oh,
She kind of motivated me from a distance. We weren't talking at that time, but from a distance, it kind of motivated me to come back because I saw how they were allowing her to hit #1 again. So I go, wait, maybe they'll let me hit #1 because she's even more hated than I am.
So you're saying there's a point in time where you truly, like, you were not able to hit #1.
They actually hardwired it, so to speak, so that I could not hit #1 no matter what hashtag I went into. That was part of why I left. This persisted for 2 straight months. And I was...
Hashtag. You couldn't go to a different hashtag and hit?
I could seemingly go into hashtag Vietnamese banjo and hit #3. I somehow magically would not hit #1. I was embarrassing people in the likes. I would be at 10th. I get more likes than all people in front of me combined, straight up. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. That's a fact. We got screen caps, and I was going through and looking at it myself right in the moment. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm getting fucked. I'm getting fucked. I'm getting fucked. But by the time I came back, they stopped doing that kind of stuff. They did it to me a couple times, but it wasn't like that where it was every single day.
I know from the time since you came back, you did mention you were optimistic just because of, I guess, your first encounter with the platform. When you came back, you were like, oh, like I'm getting up there, like you're in the top 3, and like because we did discuss trending a little bit and how it was working, and you were definitely more optimistic about the changes since you've been gone, I guess.
Well, look at it from my vantage point. When they make it physically impossible for your profile to hit number 1, no matter how many likes and how many views and how many comments you wind up getting, and then you come back first time out, you hit number 1, and then second time and third time, etc. Yeah, it's looking pretty rosy in comparison.
Yeah, right. I remember now, like even when I was broadcasting, like I would be like in 3rd, trying to get to 2nd, and then once you would go live, it would kind of sit like I'd be like, all right, I should get off, because like when I first started broadcasting, you were really holding down the 1 spot every night. You probably still are, just from what I remember. You were holding down the 1 spot every night from that time slot. So once you came on, I was like, all right, we're definitely not hitting number 1 tonight. Time to get off. So I guess that's a change of pace from what you were used to.
I was in the position of, I know I can't hit number 1 for 2 straight months. It was not I realized it took me a couple of weeks to realize what happened. And then I realized I have no chance of getting number 1. So then I got to the stage of that last month. I realized that was going to be my last month.
What was your ultimatum like?
It's not acceptable. What's that?
What was your ultimatum like? Was it I'm leaving, or was it I need this to change and I won't leave? Or how did you lay your ultimatum?
This is how I played it. It was very odd. I didn't even give an ultimatum. I highlighted what was happening, and I highlighted how it was bad for business for them. So I appealed to their greed, because I knew these techniques were hurting them financially. I mean, are you really going to hurt me financially, hurt your platform financially? That doesn't make good sense. No, in many cases, what's good for us is actually good for them.
Right, I agree.
So I tried to appeal to them that way. That didn't work whatsoever. And I just had it in my mind, only I knew, and my then girlfriend at the time knew, when the timetable was, and I went, okay, last day of the month, I'm out. So I can get all the payment from that prior month, and I'm out.
Yeah, without having them withhold or take that chance or anything like that.
And I'm not going to, if I say I'm out, then they may not pay me.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go through with this. We're going to go to the last day of that month, and I'm not going to announce it. My last show before I had left for the 7 months, I didn't give any tip-offs to the audience. I just tried to do as normal a show as I could and try to keep in high spirits, and it went pretty well, fortunately. And then I was out, and people are like, "Wait, what happened?"
You didn't tell your audience you were leaving?
No, I didn't.
Why weren't you dependent upon them following you for success?
I was, and they followed.
But how did they follow without knowing where you went?
Through, where's my card? Where'd it go? Did somebody take it? Oh, through all the dialogues we have on this other social media, because I've been a good boy and added a bunch of people on all sorts of things, and we got all the key people.
Why have you not? Why did you not think it was in your interest to take a few streams to tell the audience, or did you think, was it because you were fearing retribution, or?
I was, and also on top of that, there was this. I was bringing up, hey guys, this is really fucked up. I don't like the direction this is going for me. I don't like the direction the platform is going in. Kind of comparable to some of what you've said in the last couple of months. And I might be leaving sometime soon. I just put it forth probabilistically. This could be toward the end of the line. So I did hint at it, but I didn't give.
Did they even respond? Like, did they even be like, oh, well, or was it just something that didn't even get addressed?
By the office, you mean?
Yeah, like when you said you hinted to the audience or to HQ? To
the audience, but I knew HQ was watching me here and there. So I knew there's like no way they couldn't hear some of these complaints.
Some of these drops. Do you think HQ has watched me?
Yeah, they watch you all the time. They kind of have to watch because they're really focused on like the very top people and guys and girls in particular.
That's crazy because like I'm just to Dude, I just wonder how I go so far, so long without getting anybody. Like, there's not one mod that was like, I really think maybe we should reach out to this person or give them a greater understanding. Like, the thought of people sitting through some of these broadcasts, watching my frustration, watching me talk about certain things, watching me fight for my fucking life on camera against a bunch of bullshit that I'm sure an objective moderator is looking at like, this man is up against the fucking wall here. Like, just trying to defending myself against being a misogynist and this and that. Like, you know, and they must be watching this. And like the fact that through all of that, not one person ever reached out or wanted to do one. There's not many people on the platform right now, Bob. When you're bringing tens of thousands of dollars in, you would think that would at least be worth like, you know, let's check in with this person. Let's see what's going on. Like, in a time where every other broadcaster is shrinking and smalling, someone's growing a community here in this ridiculous climate. You know what I mean? Actually creating something new and organic that you really just didn't see when I came on. There's not a single other person I could compare myself to in regards to who did. I'm talking about at the time that I did it, not in the past, but like when I came on, things were just getting slower and slower. And then ever since the update, all my momentum, my 80, 90 viewers, whether it was momentum or me getting unfair shit, I was getting 80, 90 viewers a stream, and then after the update, that shit cut down to like 50, 40, and then
everybody got hit on the views though. On the update.
I took like a 40% hit. 40%. You're talking.
Yeah, I took about a 40 or 50% hit too.
The next time I went live, it was like I was in the 30s and the 40s, and then the next, it's just fucking that was how it fucking went. I'm still weak, Marissa. At least the vomiting stopped, but thank God. Let's see what we got.
I remember when we used to.
I'm happy to hear that, Tease, and I hope all's well.
When we used to be, if we were holding it down for multiple hours in the top 3 in these bigger tags, we're guaranteed to get quadruple digit total viewers. And now you barely ever see anybody in quadruple digit.
Well, unless you go live for like 5 hours. Like I've been live for quite a while now. I'm sitting at 675 views. I've been live for 3 hours. And when usually I was putting up streams with like 2,600 total views when I was having some of my bigger streams. And, you know, I think even as high as 31 was what I remember seeing on my Moments board when I had a really, you know, that caught public interest. And they weren't even that, they weren't even super long streams. And now it's like, you know, like 400, 300, 400. Everything is fucking, everything is just fucking, dude, every fucking metric on the platform is signifying like fucking emergency time here. I just don't. And then I told you, I brought that up to HQ and they were just kind of like, no, we're taking it. It's like, dude, aren't you guys fearful of like, how are you paying your overhead? You guys have a huge apartment in Manhattan. Like, how much money are you really pulling in here? Every time I try to run the numbers, look at it from a number standpoint, I just don't understand. What is the maintenance on this platform? How many?
The capital doesn't seem to be that high.
What?
But the profits are pretty big.
The margin's probably huge here.
Yeah, it is. Even in this environment where the traffic has declined quite noticeably, yeah, the margins are pretty insane, even in this environment. But I mean, it might be nice to be able to get that now, but as they continue to go smaller, I mean, is that good? No, I would think not. Don't you want to have them increase over time? Isn't that better? I would think so.
Dev, how do you know how many people are on their staff? When you say their staff is very low, how many people are on their staff? What is very low?
Look this kind of stuff up on certain websites. Yeah, they actually are in the double digits, and it could be as low as say 15, as high as like 55, somewhere in my
head. In my head, I had them around like 18 people. That's how I have it.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's less than that. I got a feel from the culture, just from like the few exchanges I've had, I had the feel that they have one person that apparently does all of the, like, manages all the client. How many people would you say then, Sully?
Somebody's making a lot of money, because when you have that small an amount of people, regardless of if it's 18 or 98, the people at the very top, yeah,
right, because base salary, intern. All right, where's it all, you know? And I think that's part of the reason why. That's part of the reason why I feel like they've been comfortable just coasting, because I feel like they've probably shaken down. They've gotten loose. and like a lot of the money is probably going, you know, like he's like things are comfortable, and so I don't think it's emergency mode because it's still, but at the same time, how can you just fucking ignore the traffic decline, and like how doesn't that, like, I don't know. And I mean, like I said, when I got the email from Adi, it didn't say YouNow on it. It said Props.
Yeah.
His name was not YouNow, it was Props. So yeah, he's the CEO of YouNow, but whatever this Props thing is he's doing is clearly the thing that he's fundamentally focused on. It didn't say Props / YouNow, it just said Props. I'd like to look more into this Props thing, what they're actually trying to do and what they're trying to accomplish. And
well, Props was the cryptocurrency that was really proposed for their Rise platform, that app you're probably somewhat familiar with. And it was supposed to be the medium by which people, okay, the foundation, I read through every single word of their white paper, so it kind of worked like this on the concept. So, all right, I like you as a broadcaster. You're going to end up getting props if I gift you, and also if you spend more time on the platform, you get more views. And the more props you get, the more in the way of, say, powers you actually get, the more you can be prioritized potentially in trending, views, etc. And you can hold on to that for more power in the network, or you can cash out to be able to get the fiat currency, but it didn't pan out.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing, the max supply is 1 trillion props. The current supply, there's 200,000 props out there. They have the ability.
You're very familiar with the Ethereum environment, right?
Yeah, it's an Ethereum.
So they were working through the Ethereum environment, and it wound up being essentially de facto, you could say, Ether. But then that apparently didn't quite pan out.
Let me pose something to everybody that's here that you're not going to hear again on YouNow. Let me create to you some sort of theory, okay? If props, the cryptocurrency that the CEO of this company is engaged with, if he has, let's say, 100,000 coins at 1 cent or 2 cents or sub a cent, you know, let's pose this, and he could somehow garner enough traction behind this thing to potentially get it up to 10 cents or 20 cents, or let's say in a crazy circumstance, $1 or $2. There's been some crazy pop-offs on this. He would make more money from that than he would make in YouNow in the next 100 years. If he can really get it's a moonshot, but it doesn't need to be successful. It just needs to catch fire. If he could create enough buzz around this to drive the price of this up and just leave, you know what I'm saying? And just offload and start, you know, he could have a payday that could take care of him for the rest of his life.
He's gotten that already. He definitely has gotten that already.
Wasn't that what Rise was really about? But how come it's not dead yet? Why are we still on this props thing?
Well, okay, so they shuttered the Rise app.
Hold on, I don't see any price history on props at all. I don't see any. It's currently not trading at a price. I don't see any price history data on it. I see the coin. I see how many are out there, but I see nothing in regards to.
And do that on any exchange.
I'm looking at Crypto Compare right now. I'm going to look at another one. Let me see. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to look at this second website. If nothing comes up here, props, currency.
I'll look for it too. You won't find it.
ICO. It ICO'd at 12 cents. Available for tokens. 1 trillion tokens available. Fundraising goal 25 million. Yeah, it's not.
Allegedly, that was hit. Right?
Additional links. YouNow 6.4 Alexa rank. What does that fucking mean?
6.4 Alexa rank. What's that?
Team, Adi Seidman, founder and CEO, Yotana Salah, Candice Rees, Peter Watts, Ben Perper.
But they seem to change the name. See, they seem to be very focused on the Rise and the prop stuff about a year or two ago, and they seem to change the name of the company to like Props by YouNow or something like that, Inc. Something like that. Some of you guys might correct me on that, but I'm pretty close. So they were. I saw on a blog that he had written that it was a main focus on Rise / props. This is before, obviously, they shuttered the Rise app, and Yeah, so I think it's a legacy of that.
They sold their they sold off their ICO and they never released anything since. I don't even know if they're still actively trading. I wonder what's happening if you held on to, like, did you lose everything?
There might be one person in here right now, possibly a few, that invest in that. Guys, do you have anything to say?
Established community and economy serves the basis for props. 40 million registered users, 62,000 microtransactions a day, 24 million a year. They took the success of YouNow and the purchases that were happening on YouNow, and they saw an opportunity if they moved it to a crypto that it would look as though this was a thriving economy. But they really were just in the same way that people are using bars. They replaced bars with crypto, and then they make something like this that says 40 million registered users, 62,000 microtransactions a day, 24 million spent in virtual economy. When really the 40 million registered users, if you're using YouNow at the time, or you used Rise, or you logged into Rise once, now you're a registered user of props. The microtransactions are pretty much anything that transpired in regards to anybody dropping a bar or a like on anybody. If you dropped a 10 in props, that's a microtransaction. The 24 million a year is people buying and paying people in fucking, you know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of those numbers were probably like forecasted, like they had a great quarter and they put it out, like, you know what I mean, after the first quarter and forecasted, because I don't think 24 million a year actually went that way. I'm just saying, dude, like it has fucking very, I just see things like this all the time. I look at a lot of like IPOs and I try to assess if it's shit. I look at who's underwriting it, and you kind of see, sometimes you see the same names that are underwriting these shit fucking companies. And like, I wonder if there was ever actually if there's ever actually like a real business plan or hope, or if like if it was a short-term fucking, I just wonder.
I think it was a case too of, here it was, you got to keep in mind that there were months building up into that. So when this originally was thought of, think about it. Here it was like early 2017, late 2016. What you're seeing in that time frame, remember how that crypto bubble started to swell up in that time, those Bitcoin prices and those Ether prices started to go up through the goddamn roof. And they were getting on the news on CNBC all the time, or at least some mention.
Do you remember Bitcoin to $1 million? Do you remember hearing that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh my God.
And people guaranteeing that it was going to hit insane numbers. And it did hit some insane numbers in the appreciation of the price. But a lot of people, they got fooled by that mirage, and they wound up going, wait a minute, look at the appreciation of value here. Get rich quick. It appealed to so many people's greed, and it was really buzzy, and more people were talking about it. So they go, hey, let's go in on this crypto thing. Let's use some buzzwords. We're going to use decentralized. We're going to say crypto. We're going to mention Bitcoin a lot. We're going to mention this Ethereum stuff a lot. And let's just try to insert it into some kind of an environment. I know there's a lot of different apps using that general Ethereum kind of structure and trying to work within that. And most of them, it went nowhere.
I mean, another word for what you're saying without is like fraud. Well,
I prefer hope here and greed, but okay.
I'm just saying, like it really, because if like in the regards to capitalizing on buzzwords and painting a picture of like this, it sounds a lot like soliciting investor money. Like
it is.
It sounds like the payout seems like it's really, the payout seems like it's coming from the investors, not from the return on the investors' money. Like that's kind of what it looks like to me. Like it was
it's a case of, I know that because those investors, they were going crazy on these ICOs, and it was guaranteed money, is easy money. And because the regulations on this stuff aren't anywhere remotely close to the stock industry, you can get away with all sorts of stuff.
It was really unregulated. It's still
super unregulated. Yeah. And so you can get in, you get this guaranteed money. And if it works big, on top of that, we make a fucking killing. If it doesn't, well, we still got that investor money. So you can't lose.
Oh, it's kind of like Trump. And a lot of what people don't understand about Trump is the reason why Trump is where he is today and as successful as he is because Trump learned to make money even when he lost. Through every failed business venture of Trump, he profited. all the time. And people talk about, oh, look at all these failed businesses. Well, they weren't. He knew when you talk about money and how to work a financial system, declared bankruptcy, what, how many times? 6 times. He knew how to use the tax laws to his favor. It's more than being a self-promoter. Like, yeah, Trump steaks, Trump water, all these things failed, but the way he wrote them off as liabilities, he always made money. Each failure made him stronger. Yeah, the casinos almost put him under. That was really what almost put him under. But other than that,
Right. As somebody who had been involved to some degree or another in cryptocurrency since 2011, I knew more about it than any of the big broadcasters by far and away. And I knew it couldn't possibly work. And many people heard me say that, and I heard people saying stuff like, oh, you're just a hater, or you're salty, or something like that. I guaranteed on my broadcast, and Mark was there, and some of the rest of you might have been there for him too, that it would not work, and I refused to download that app because I didn't want to be part of something I knew could not work foundationally. What's that?
You never went to Rise?
Never downloaded it because I knew it couldn't last. I guaranteed it would be a failure.
So when
I was so vindicated. But I didn't need to be a soothsayer to know that.
When Rise was live, YouNow was live too. They were running at the same time.
Yeah.
So why would people go to Rise?
That's a good point. So here you are competing against your own product, and when you try to get carryover from one product to another on social media.
Dude, this literally, let me break.
That's ridiculous.
So you have a platform and a community, and you make another competing platform, and you keep the other one operating. So you're pretty much slicing your community like in half in a way. I didn't look at it like that. I don't understand like the business tactic there. Like, what are they hoping that Rise is going to outgrow you now? So your one business's failure was going to be another. The idea of it was over and that everyone had the potential to earn money. Were there any people that went there right away and made money?
No. You could. Here's the thing. So it was advertised as Dev wrote, as a place where everybody could make money through the vehicle of cryptocurrency. So to a lot of non-partners, it held some real appeal. And then it was released, and then you couldn't cash out.
What do you mean you couldn't cash out? How would they sell?
So, for example, here you are collecting these virtual items, but you can't cash them out. You can't do anything with it because there's no exchange that accepts it.
Well, that's the first thing. The second is, even if there is an exchange, people don't realize, like, when you sell a stock, somebody's buying that stock. You don't just get to sell. It's not just like, oh, I sell. Right. You need to match a buyer with the seller. So you could have 1 million fucking prop coins, but when you go to sell your 1 million prop coins, if nobody wants to buy your prop coins, like, that's, dude, this sounds like such a fucking sham. I can't even imagine, like, these kids are probably like, I got 3 million prop coins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder how much these are worth. Like, I'm
getting rich, son.
And then, so did anyone cash out?
No.
So prop Rise is an indisputable failure. Like, there's no one that could come out and even try to vouch that it was successful in any way.
It was successful, but it depends on how you look at it. So from our vantage point, the broadcasters and the viewers, utter failure. We cannot deny that. But the ICO, pure win, not for us, but for.
Hold on. Let's break that down. From what I'm seeing, there were 200,000 coins released, and they were released at 12 cents. So I'm looking at a $24,000 in ICO, unless my numbers are off. But from what I understand, that ICO created $24,000, unless I'm, because it said 200,000 coins out in circulation, and they IPO'd for 12 cents a share. That's really dismal. So I don't know if that's not right or something's not right, or were people buying these coins to pay broadcasters on Rise?
So they were buying this virtual currency, and they were gifting them, and there was that impression of, oh, so this is crypto, and maybe we can't cash out, or they can't cash out right now, but anytime now.
Oh my God,
anytime
dude. And the thing you're dealing with like, you're not dealing with like financial like professionals. You know what I mean?
No, most of these people have no idea what cryptocurrency is.
Right.
And even to this day, a lot of those people, if you ask them what decentralization is, and if you ask them to explain the blockchain, they'll be like, and they'll maybe try halfway to explain it, but usually not even that. They're like, I don't know.
Wait, Dev, when you're saying that, are you saying that with hope for the future of props? Are you saying that because like you do realize the props are coming back? Like you're saying that like that you now hasn't forgot about them and they're gonna try to like Noah D is adding them to this site.
Oh boy.
I can't wait. Yo, that is I can't wait. I can't wait for that. If that really
now,
happened,
we were actually
in the midst of all of this, in the midst of the worst trough in YouNow's tumultuous history, if the update that you decide is what's most necessary is to reincorporate props, okay, I will just come on here and laugh. That right now, the most important thing that you think that needs to be done is not to go advertising or not to go pushing this in however you can, but to reincorporate props, the crypto that's so far out of demand, I can't even find a price on it. Like,
maybe
yeah, I know
they could bring it in and make it an optional thing, but if you look at it as a way to replace the current bar-based system, that's going to go over kind of like police officers at a NAMBLA convention. It's not really going to work out. Clearly, the people are not feeling the crypto thing. Hell, even crypto nerds like you and me who are familiar with the crypto sphere and have dealt with it for years, we're not exactly chomping at the bit to get that.
The first time it was like they had sentiment on their side. If you try to reincorporate that now, even public opinion on crypto is just kind of like, so I would find
especially after the crash. Yeah.
But I mean, why would anybody choose to be paid in props when they could choose to be paid in dollars and then buy some props if they want to? Like what? Who the fuck? You would be the worst. That'd be if you got the option to pay between dollars and props and you chose props, unless they did something like, if you let us pay you out in props, we'll give it to you at 50% of what it's currently trading at. You know what I mean? Like unless you incentivize it like that, but who the fuck would choose to get paid in a non-liquid asset? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like
I think that back in the environment when it was appreciating in value, by it, I'm talking about cryptocurrency with that huge bubble. When Bitcoin is brought up huge, it brought up everybody else. So when that thought is implanted in people's minds, people go, oh, I could get rich off this. It could pay for my kids' college education in the future. It could pay my rent maybe at some point down the line. So there's that nugget dangling in front of you of, oh, stuff can happen in the future. My thought on this, too, is that maybe they're looking to cut out the middleman of Apple and the Google Play Store, where for those who don't know, when you buy bars and it goes through those vehicles, they take, by they, I'm talking either Apple or Google Play, they take 30% of what you buy. So I think they might have been trying to eliminate that middleman through the vehicle of cryptocurrency. The problem is on the user side, the people, they just really don't like cryptocurrency, especially now that it crashed and lost all that value.
Yeah. This ain't it. I don't know. This isn't it. Like for me, like I said, like them saying that I'm going to get paid in their cryptocurrency is them saying never, you know what I mean? Like it's not that it matters. It wouldn't matter for me. I would come on and I would, I'd be like, I'd be fine because I'm not on here to try to make revenue. But like if I was and they said that to me, I'd be like, okay, it's time for me to leave. That is especially being how last time went and the fact that your coin isn't even actively trading. And it seems like for me, it seems kind of like they're going to use you now to boost traffic on this props coin. So they can then go around to other investors and say like, this is how many people are using our coin. But then again, there's no one fucking here. Dude, every time I try to understand what's going on there, I can't. I don't understand what goes on.
It seems really bad PR, especially given with a lot of the people who are familiar with the product. It's the people from YouNow. There's been a bad taste left in their mouth from that whole rise/prop thing. So I think what you need to do is distance yourself as far as humanly possible from that and never talk about it again, or say, you know what, mea culpa, didn't quite work out. We're looking to go in a different direction here.
Not really, Dev. I don't agree with that. I think that the platform itself is actually a few updates away from being one of the most friendly interfaces probably in the space, which is why I really look back to like management and like the product's not bad. So clearly it's something else because I'm telling you, I've been around. I would never go to live. I won't go to up live. Twitch is superior, just in regards as a creator. Twitch is just far superior. Now it has a long way to go to get there in regards to emotes and just the creativity and the animations and all that stuff that you've been talking about. Twitch is the superior platform. But from just like the edge of now is like anybody can just open their computer and go live. You're not going to pull A-list celebrities here. They won't choose to come here. Your edge is that you can make anybody feel like they can be a superstar. And I think that's what they tried to do with Rise. They tried to capitalize on the whole anybody can make money from home or this and that. But, that's the dream. The reality is, like, they're going to milk you for years and push you towards an objective that's just not obtainable right now. And even when you hit it, they're going to tell you that you're missing some other requirement, like the names we've aforementioned, like Sophie Rowett. And Sophie Rowett's one of the top names on the platform right now in regards to just having consistent audience. She's not a partner. For them to say no to her after 5K, you're pretty much saying that you're not partnering anybody because no one else has better viewership as a non-partner or a better, consistent activity. And I mean,
is it Sophie or Hunter?
Sophie. Sophie's the older.
Oh, Sophie.
Hunter does well too. I think Sophie is a little stronger on numbers. And I think like I said, like I made it very clear, like there's no one on this site that deserves partnership or deserved, more than me in my eyes, just in regards to just the community that was built, the relevance that I brought. Like, dude, when I was on the phone, like people just people were just like, wait, you're not partnered? Like even when I was talking to the HQ and shit, she was like, wait, like she was shocked that I would have a phone call with her and not be a partner. And she was like, wait, like how'd you get this call? Like a deep stuff. She's like, you're not a partner? I was like, no. And like we laughed about that and then moved on. But Glitch is too automated. We're mass flagging rules other than Twitch.
Yeah, what he's talking about there is a phenomenon where the inmates can run the asylum, where on there you can very easily silence a broadcaster. For example, we had talked about Sabrina much earlier in this conversation. Sabrina just broadcasted, and she just got unlucky, and she happened to run into a roving band of trolls who were flag trolls, and she got suspended immediately. It was really a shame because she was pulling 100+ viewers in her second broadcast and holding it down.
She's still
with it consistent. Well, she kind of gave up on it because she kept getting suspended over and over again. And I was there. I was her mod for every minute, and I saw all that she did. No cuss words, no ranting and raving, no roasting. They're actually kind of boring broadcasts, to be honest. But she felt like she had to be boring because she was just so afraid of getting suspended. She still got suspended.
What about?
So that's a big problem they have over there.
There's this girl I know, Amaranth. She's a partner, so I guess that's different. And later, Jazz, and she does like she works.
Amaranth?
Yeah, she does like these like short shorts and like dances and jumps up and down, does ASMR and like does all this shit and like I don't know, like I just feel like it's
a double standard. So if you get lucky and you don't go through those roving bands of trolls that happen to find you, then you can wind up surviving. A lot of those, there's so many girls who were hot and charismatic, and they figured out how to get on Twitch because it's not the most easy thing to understand thing in the world.
Yeah,
working through OBS and stuff like that. Although you can go on the app version and get something else going, it's a lot easier. But anyway, so they would figure it out, and they were never given a chance to become the new Twitch superstar because they get banned so fast. Same thing happened to Sabrina. There are a bunch of girls that are artificially there at the top because they're protected because they just happen to be the lucky. It's like on when the turtles give birth, or the tortoises on the sea, how they dump a bunch of eggs out, and predators are going to get some of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Through the luck of the draw, they're just lucky that they didn't get sniped.
Or like they're sitting ducks. The predators have their pick at the lot, but they're just through numbers alone, the species will survive.
Yeah, and it just so happened she wasn't one of the lucky ones. Amaranth was one of the lucky ones.
You know Amaranth?
Not personally, but I've seen her before.
Yeah. I like her ASMR. It's relaxing.
Yeah, it is. Although I've noticed it doesn't tend to work so well when you're a guy.
No, I can't watch men do ASMR. I saw this one dude doing it, and I was like, "Get out of my head." I'm gonna get off, Bomb. I gotta go to bed. It's like
So late, it's early.
5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Fuck.
I got
Yeah, sorry.
2.5 hours. I did sleep a lot before this, so it's fun.
It was great to be able to finally guest with you after all these months.
I'm wondering why this didn't happen more often. It seems like
I think it would have happened earlier if I wasn't so busy. I think I was a hold up here because I was busy moving and doing certain other things in life.
I'm loose. Like I'm usually, I don't really have much structure. So like in regards to like, I pretty much would have guessed you anytime you raised your hand, to be honest.
Yeah. Look, I didn't want to get in the way of my son Shaq because he was so good at interrupting you. I didn't want to stop that magic.
God. Yeah, we stand Shaq all right.
Some magical things. I could tell as a broadcast here. I'm looking at you, and I just saw the signs of, man, he is getting really annoyed right now, but he's holding it in.
No, I'm not annoyed at all. No. You got me. No. You got me wrong. You really did. You missed it. No, I'm not. I'm definitely like, I think I was like in the moment you thought that, I was in my head thinking about like, first off, look at the bags under my eyes. You know, look at these fucking. But I was in my head thinking about like mapping out like when I'm gonna go to sleep, how much sleep I'm gonna get. So you might have.
No, but I'm not talking about in here and now. I'm talking about when you got interrupted for the 67th time in a row or so on a particular night, guesting with certain people who just kept talking over you.
Oh yeah, that's an iconic guest. That's an iconic guest. Now, dude, that is literally you're looking at like that's a masterpiece. Okay, because let me tell you something. There's a few things that people didn't realize that went into that. For that to happen, I had to exercise the restraint to allow it to happen, to continue to just stop. And, you know, I could have easily been going like, so it was on my end. It was very just much like, you know, you're making a statement here. This is a point. And even if the chat isn't making that clear to you now, the replay will show. Yeah, that one was, it took a lot of restraint, but that was a good one.
My favorite part was when he would just casually pick up a conversation with somebody in real life or his dog, and he would just blatantly, he was talking to his fucking dog in English and just ignoring you and the rest of the people, and you're trying to say something. He's like, foo-foo, hey girl, oh.
He took a lot of flack for that one. And for me, it was deserved. Like Ryan did a review on it where he did like he went through the whole video and just like did a review. There's one point in time where, he says to me, like, I say, can I read on your show? Can I read a poem on your show? And he goes like, yes, you can read. And then Brady comments, it better, like, make sure it's an original. Like, that's what she comments, as if, like, I would, like, and I just bring my face to the camera and I go, everything I do is original. And since then, that's been like a little bit of a catchphrase. The everything I do is original. Because it was so organic when it happened to like, cause like just the thought of her saying that to me, make sure it's original. Is like everything I do is original. It's funny.
We get many legendary opportunities here, and while we have been a little slightly critical, would you say, of a few moves that the platform has made in this time that we've guessed with each other?
Scathing today. I was pretty scathing generally today. Yeah. I've seen
there's some good things that are brought upon by the platform, some great things even, and some of the people here are just so awesome.
Who?
Well, like you, for example, right?
I'm gone. They lost me.
Well, but you're still here. You're in ghostly form, but you're still here haunting us.
Lost. I'm a lost cause. I'm off. Like I said, I'm subbed on Twitch. I'm doing my thing. I come here to fucking poke the bear, and the guesting is easier because I'm still streaming off my phone on Twitch right now. New laptop. Once I get the new laptop, I'm running OBS. This is going to become more of a novelty. I'm going to really make the move.
What games are you playing in the future?
I don't game. I'm doing a show over there. I don't game.
You're just going to straight up do a show. Do you have these big time show ideas in mind?
No.
You're going to drop a lot of money on a platform?
Here's my plan. 2 hours a night. And if it goes over, it goes over. A few times a week, I have different people. I was thinking about doing a show with Fleeksy for an hour a week, doing a show with Just Ryan, doing a show with Cole, different people, just an hour a week to fill up time slots. And then other than that, it's going to be a lot of me pulling up things on the internet that I find interesting, playing videos for people, talking, pausing them, talking, putting my input, playing songs, watching music videos, just doing the things that you would do on the web, curated by me. So is it the most innovative thing you've ever seen before? Maybe not, but do you enjoy interacting with me? Do you enjoy my take and my taste of certain things? If you so do, then come into the stream and see if you enjoy it. I think in my head, I think it's going to be very successful. And by very successful, I mean don't do that while I am in the middle of trying to pitch my new. Thank you, KT. Like I said, I got like I have a really great community, and like even when there's only 20 viewers, 30 viewers, 40 viewers, whatever it is, it's fucking Justin. You get that on your time anyway. But that's the plan. It's really just about just 2 hours of just me entertaining you with the things I find entertaining. There's no, we're not playing games. We're not playing Wheel of Fortune. We're not. It's no singing competitions. It's no fucking this. It's just I'm going to be pulling up things I like. If there's a video I want to watch, I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to pause it whenever I feel like it. I'm going to talk about it whenever I feel like it. You know what I mean? Just perusing the web, styled by Selly. That's what it's going to be.
How much you spend on the computer?
With rents, the one we finally ended up picking out, $2,200 with a $350 thing, 25, 50.
What are the specs?
This was what we did all day on stream today. Hold on. It's a, holy shit. I forgot what it fucking is. Marissa, you want to tell them what computer it is? Today on the disc, we were talking about this over and over again. It's an MSI.
Warning, nerdy shit coming.
Yeah, it's a dude, listen, all I can say is I want a really good laptop. I went through a bunch. This is apparently the fucking one. I don't know the fucking specs.
It's the one. He's talking about her like she's a chick. This is the one, guys.
This
Put a ring on that finger.
This is the fucking.
We bought it with the MasterCard.
And then I'm getting what we said we're gonna do, the Razer Kaio camera and a fucking thing, and fucking that's fucking it. I don't know, man. I've been for too long. I don't really know anything about computers, and I'm kind of just going with the fucking word on this one. It's an MSI GS series stealth 17.3 gaming laptop, Intel Core i7, 16 gigs of memory, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 2070, 512 gigabyte solid slate drive, matte black with gold diamond cut, $2,300, $350 for the Geek Squad protection. It's going to come to $25.50 plus tax, $28. So it's going to be really expensive.
Are you the first person in history to buy a gaming computer for non-gaming?
Thought that's what I have to do for streaming.
Not exactly. You can get by on a non-gaming platform for doing what you plan on doing. It doesn't need to be all that good. But you got a surplus, and it should age well. So 3 years from now, it should be pretty good.
Well, the only reason why I was going with that is because the only reason I can't do a PC right now because I'm changing locations too much, and I don't want to put a stationary setup somewhere because I've been bouncing between just like grandparents and home and apartments and just like things right now are just too tumultuous for me to really set up like that. I need portability, correct? And I know that just having the laptop, I would still use this for my shenanigans and just use that strictly for, it should probably last me, like by the time I go to upgrade from that computer, my streaming career should be in full effect. Like that's going to take me to, yeah, also I want top of the line. I made that clear. Like I just want to know that I have no reason to, I thought an Intel Xeon Quad was a bit overkill. Do you game for fun? I only play NBA 2K and I like playing GameCube once in a while.
Wow. Well, hey, you can emulate them. Actually, you might be so far above that in processor speed. You might have to really tone some things down to make it work correctly.
Sally, did you buy some lights? No, I'm getting a webcam. It's a Razer Kaio. And
what does that cost?
$100.
Okay.
It's a camera with the light around it. I was thinking I was going to do a Watch Tech, someone that Marissa says she has it and loves it and it's great. Then I'm also going to get the Razer Atheris wireless mouse for $50.
So it seems with the combination of those two things, you can do the cam show girl thing, be way far away from the camera, and they get to see all those little details. Mm.
Yeah, maybe. If that's, I don't know. I'm sure, where is he? Where's Justin? I'm sure Justin
That could be the secondary
would be into that.
career, if you will. Secondary career. Or if it doesn't work out with this primary stuff. Yep.
Wait, so is that the word? Is that Kaio going to be enough? Is that ring light, or should I get I mean, I'm not going to complain.
It's probably going to be enough by itself.
I don't imagine me needing that much, just a little bit of lighting, I guess, should help.
And plus, well, like we said before, they're not really reeled in by the nuances of your looks. It's more about what you're saying, your content.
Right. Can I bring down the light? Marissa, can I adjust the brightness of that ring light on the webcam?
If you cannot, then you can adjust the brightness on the camera itself to display you differently to compensate. 1,000
virtualizations is possible. What does that mean? It's more how you place the lighting. You want an even look across your body. I don't, especially if you want to do green screen. I'm far off green screen. That would be the next massive upgrade. I'm over a year away from doing green screen as far as I'm concerned.
He needs more green to get the green screen.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm spreading myself thin just in regards to just like the recent financial endeavors and just right now, because I'm going into something seeing potential in it, but also not knowing that it's gonna, you know what I mean. So then I might just be left off with like it's not like I'm going crazy, but I mean like all in all, dude, it's looking like it's gonna fucking, I feel like $4,000 is like what's gonna go into me really getting up and going, because I did want to do this in a way that's like, I wanted to show everybody that I'm serious, that I'm not just like, because this whole time I haven't spent $1 on my setup. I'm streaming off an old MacBook. I don't even have a fucking microphone. And, I've been doing this just like this. So like now it's like I'm fucking trying.
Well, guys, he spent $4,000 on the equipment. I spent $4,000 on this place.
You didn't buy this place for $4,000.
Well, no, I didn't buy it, but I got in here. I needed to drop $4,000 to be here.
And the first month, last month, security.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. That's not cheap. You're making it seem like that was like cheap for a house.
No, it's an apartment, albeit it's a pretty spiffy apartment, and it's in really the area is just, there's so much prestige here.
What's your contract?
Well, right. So that was a security deposit. It's basically $2,000. So on the month, $2,000, and then your deposit $2,000.
I'm saying your lease, like how long
12 months.
12?
Yeah, that's 12. And I'm liking it so much, I'm probably going to wind up renewing, even though it might go up by 3 or 5%.
I had
the next time around.
My last place I got locked into for a 2-year contract, and dude, it was an impulse decision. I needed a place when I got it. Location was perfect, but like I saw what I could have done for the money I was spending there like later, and it was just like I was getting fucking molested in that apartment. Not
where was it?
Manhattan, 10010 area code, which is Gramercy, but it was really like Murray Hill, Kips Bay, 20.
Okay.
Let's say 26th and 3rd. Let's say that's actually.
So real estate prices are pretty high there, right?
Exactly where it was, 26th and 3rd. It was on 26th and 3rd. I'm not there now, so it's okay. Yeah, real estate was high there. It's coming up. The area, even since I've been gone, is it's exponentially improving. The 3rd Avenue Strip, right on like just on the east side, is just coming up really nice. It's pretty sweet. It's a nice area. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go back there per se, but I wouldn't avoid the area.
Where are you now?
Right now, I've actually for quite a while. So I have a home in the suburbs, but just given the circumstances going on with my grandparents, I've been kind of rotating while I have, because believe it or not, like when I was in the city for a while, and even when I was in school in California, I wasn't, there was a lot of time I didn't spend, I didn't make trips as frequently as I could. So I'm just taking the fact that I have opportunity. I've actually been rotating like between my grandparents. One of them's got lung cancer, the other one's got dementia. So we got like 2 people that are in need of care. So just like for the last, about when I started streaming was when my situation got a little bit was when my lease was ending, and I moved out before my lease ended, and I started just doing this like rotation. That's kind of what I've been into now. But I'm thinking within the next year I'll probably be back in the city. which is part of the reason why I didn't want to lease a car, which made me have to shell out more money for a used car up front. That was my last purchase I just made. My dad found a car. He was like, listen, if you want it, because if I got a lease, I'd be locked in for 3 years. So I had to pay more up front right now, but at least now I know that I got like something reliable I can fucking use for the short term. Yeah, like 4 months. It's been a long time already. It's been a long time. I don't realize how long it's been since I was in my apartment. I looked out for an apartment for $500 a month and lived there for 8 years to save up. Your apartment is $500 a month.
Well, it was before, so you got to factor in inflation.
I hate you.
You got to factor in inflation though. But you went to school out here? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Santa Barbara.
Oh, really? Okay. UC Santa Barbara? Yeah. Huh. I had no clue.
Del Plata.
So that's how you got familiar with places like Dondo and some of the places I've been at before?
My familiarity with Redondo is strictly off the people I met from Redondo. And there was
that were in Santa Barbara?
That I met in Santa Barbara, in LA, just like, just every time I met somebody I would meet someone and then they'd say they're from Redondo. And like the third or fourth time it happened, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Like, just like,
what were they like?
So I fell in love with this one girl from Redondo. She told me she was very flirtatious and like,
what if I fucked her?
Then
I could have.
Power to you. She was very flirtatious and she was like to me, she kept saying like, she was like very good at flirting, and she was like, she's like, if you F me, you're gonna fall in love with me. She kept saying that, and I was.
I think I might have known a girl from Redondo. Like, was she blonde?
No, dark hair. Has a kid now. Had a kid then. I don't know. Maybe he was like 1 or a baby at the time, but just she carried herself. She just knew how to. She just oozed sex appeal, and just the way she carried herself was like. And I was very much, and we still to this day we keep in contact somewhat. There's some level of correspondence, but she's always told me she's a model, and I think she makes a decent living there. And she's always said like she wants to move to New York, but she won't come to New York till she can own the city. Like she's like, when I come, I'm gonna have a penthouse. I'm like, you are just when you soak up your delusions and you come to terms with like then maybe you'll decide to come here and live in a shoebox and do the thing that everybody else does, but.
Yeah, a lot of people have those big dreams out there, and also, of course, a lot of people immigrate here. They have those big dreams. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to be a superstar. I had a good buddy, my best friend for about a year or so. He was from Virginia, and he moved out here, and he was going into the film industry. And then he wound up working at Best Buy. Yeah, that didn't exactly turn out the way he planned.
I mean, that's kind of like whenever people are out there and they say they're an actor, you're like, what restaurant are you working at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what restaurant are you at?
Geek Squad. Maybe, you're not a waiter, you're a server. That's how we're supposed to refer to you people nowadays.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's like you're not just gonna go out there and fucking make it. You're just not.
Yeah, a lot of these people, they don't seem to understand how difficult it can be and how easy it is to get lost in the fray. Because for every one of you, there are millions of other people out there who are trying to do basically exactly what you're trying to do. And with as much experience as you may have, there could be countless thousands that have quite a bit more experience.
It's not
and a better looking resume.
Also, like the bias that people don't realize. That you could just literally just like your one big break could just be like somebody just doesn't like you. And
exactly.
Like you could do everything right and you could be the best actor for the part, and then you could lose it to a less talented person because like somebody just doesn't fucking like you, and that's a life. Like no.
And you run into a Harvey Weinstein type, and if you put out, you're going far, and if not, too bad.
I know a girl that said she was going to do an interview with who's the guy that wrote those books, Angels and Nightmares and fucking Dan Brown, and he did the Da Vinci. What's that fucking
Da Vinci Code?
The Da Vinci Code. She was going to do an interview with him. This is the story I was given. They got her fitted for a dress, fitted for she was all ready to go do this fucking interview with Dan Brown. Before she goes to get on the plane, she says she gets called into a room. There's a guy, she explained him as a fat whatever guy, Harvey Weinstein type. And he started like touching himself and was pretty much like, why don't you come over here? And like, whatever, was like telling her whatever. She denied. And just like that, she spurred the advances. They took her off the interview and had her replaced within like 15 minutes had another girl go. This is the story that she told me now. I don't know if that story's true. I know she's in the space. I know she's a writer. I know that she is in like. So the story could be true based off her experience as a person.
We know stuff like that happens,
and I know it happened. I'm just saying, I'm not questioning her story as if she would lie. I'm just saying that like I don't have this confirmed, but this was a story that I was told that I've always taken to be true.
Yeah, it can be a real dirty game, and the people can really not know what they're getting themselves into, and there have been sometimes maybe, yes, there's been a guilty pleasure where they're talking all this big talk when they move out here about the big things they're going to do, and a year later, oh, you're going back? Well, what happened? Wait a minute. What happened to those dreams? You can't afford it.
I love it now. I got some people out there now that are like in the middle of doing it. I'm just wondering when you're gonna be back. I haven't heard any big news. Like,
yeah, those conversations can get awkward real fast. They're sleepers, TSN. They're sleeping.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I know all the names for sure. They're not like new names. Maybe at the bottom there's like maybe 5 or 6 I don't relate to, but generally I do know these names. I think they're probably either sleeping or at this hour I don't think people are actively engaged. Also, I'm done, Bomb. What are you doing to me? I'm done. I'm getting off.
He's done. Just like he was done 22 minutes ago. He is done. It's over with, guys. He's got to get out of here. He's got to go to sleep.
What time is it?
He's got to go to work. He's got to take care of grandparents.
That's it, man. I got a life.
He's got to take care of these bitches on the DMs.
A lot of that. Why do women cheat? I don't know.
Which one of the big 4 do you DM people the most on?
Instagram, always.
Okay. Just curious.
You could hold it up if you want to do your little quick promo job.
Oh, mine? Oh, I wasn't even thinking that. I just wanted to like that. But okay, guys, if you want to add me and send me inappropriate messages on the DMs, here are my things.
You can snap him. You can't snap me. If you're looking for somebody to snap, that's your man. I don't publicize my snap. Teason, you're in the hospital right now? What's his Twitch? The app is poop. Now you're talking. Yeah, guys, everybody, you don't have your Twitch on that thing yet?
No, because I'm not really a Twitch streamer anymore. I got so turned off by the community, the Twitch community.
You got so
not the community.
Off the Twitch community, you came to you now.
Came back to you. Well, in part, and I found that for the people that were really in, at least my kind of audience, they much preferred to watch me in other places where the audience wasn't so cancerous. I'm talking the new audience.
You really, so were you ever solely streaming on Twitch?
Yeah, a little bit.
So couldn't you just have made mods that would just nip this shit in the butt hard, just be like, if anyone comes in and they just act it, you know what I mean? Just fucking nip it.
Yeah. But the problem with that is, so with the new traffic, since such a high percentage was cancerous, so you snipe them, right? Then what happens? That's you and the people who were from your prior social media, like this stuff and you now. And so what happens is you don't get any new people. And when you're not growing, you're dying.
But I'm saying, like, you make it seem like every single new person on the platform was like a fucking like these people are like demons that have no. I can't tell you how many times I've had trolls come in. I've handled them mildly, and then they sometimes, maybe 10% of the time, they turn into viewers. It doesn't always happen, but like.
Sure, and I got a little bit of that, but it was in the minority. And a couple of the people in here right now, they watched me when I was over on that thing. You guys saw what happened there, where A, a lot of those new people, they want to come in because I wasn't a girl or gamer, and B, when they did, it was just kind of stupid commentary. And there's such a small percentage of good Twitch commenters.
Right.
And it really turned some of us off.
I got them fucking all, man. I lucked out. I
wish I could have your luck in that regard, and in regard to getting fucking pushed by so early, albeit you didn't not get the tip jar.
Well, it burned out fast, so you got the longevity. I was a firework.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, are you gonna leave me alone, or are you gonna harass me?
Go away, Mom. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay. Well, hey, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for guessing with
How long
me.
did you guess for?
How long have I guessed for? I don't know. Anybody know? Anybody timing this? 90 minutes, maybe?
Exclamation point uptime.
Even before I got on, you're like, Bomb, I'm running out of energy, bro. You got to come up here fast.
I know. That's what I said to you before you came on.
And I hadn't even come on yet. No, I had to deny the first one because the right camera wasn't in.
Yo, HQ, if you're listening to me, please drop this man off my stream. I can't. He's a freaking lingerer, man.
Sorry. Okay, I'll drop myself. I feel like I'm damaging his health, both mentally and physically.
I want to go lie down for 2 hours.
So let's do this anyway. Ciao for now. Over and out. Perhaps I shall see you later.
I'll be here tomorrow. Bomb, I'm going to be here tonight. You want to come back and talk? Come back and talk. I'll be here tonight.
We'll be here tonight.
This isn't goodbye, dude.
I guess that means we made it a date, huh?
No.
Dinner?
No, I'm not coming back tonight. I changed my mind.
Dutch? I have the tip jar, so we can't go Dutch. I guess I have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, okay, no, fine. I'm going to dinner with a Unhour.
I might literally be eating with you. It could happen.
Don't worry about who. It's a hot chick, real hot chick. So real sexy chick. Real good stuff. I'm not doing a final song, by the way, guys. So if you're waiting for that, you're fucking done.
I love it when we're grooving together.
That's one of my final songs. Yeah, I played that.
Yeah. I know some things. Shout out to Smokey Robinson. That's his orgasm face, girls. Yeah. Oh, that's
Get out of my head.
Anyway, guys, and girls too, I'm about to drop and go boom. Anyway, ciao for now. Over and out. Perhaps I shall see you later. Bombs.
Okay. I'm done.
50 times 4. Oh my goodness.
You hope you're on too early for me.
I just woke up. I went to sleep. I was watching your broadcast and I went to sleep like really late. I went to sleep at like 4 or 5.
Well, actually, to be fair, I did sleep at 4 or 5 my time too, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
You should see all the moments. Oof.
Oof. It sounds like that. Danielle, how you doing? Guys, don't forget to invite your fans and share the broadcast and stuff. What the fuck? What time you wake up? I just woke up.
I miss Roxy because then every time when someone invites the fans or becomes a fan, she's like, "Thank you for inviting your fan." I just love it.
Actually, Roxy was just here. She was guesting with me just before you came.
Where is she?
She left.
Roxy. Wait. I think you get less views when you're on hashtag LGBT, to be honest.
Huh?
I think you get less views when you're on LGBT. I think more people check out the guys hashtag.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't go live enough anymore to know what's what, but I used to know the timings really well, like where to go and what hashtags during different times. But now I haven't gone live in a long time, so. But I think you're right, Brayden.
Brayden's always right. Or he tries to be. It unfanned you again. What the fuck?
No, I'm because I guess like pop culture. I guess with people no.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all are watching me clean my room as I talk to Jimmy. That's what I'm doing. I thought it needs to be a little bit more clean.
That's good. Yeah, today's supposed to be a cleaning day for me too, but I'm too lazy.
Just clean while I clean, you lazy bastard.
You always go live. Eiley, hey.
Eiley, hi, boyfriend.
Hey, boyfriend.
Eiley, he always does that to us. Like, I just woke up too, girl. Like, I just woke up, and then I see Jimmy live. I'm like, oh shit! But I did go to Dorian's broadcast first, by the way, before I came to you. So
When I wake up, I check my notifications on here, and the first 5 or 6, it always says you. Really?
fair enough. The end. Okay, wait. So, let me just warn you. There is a warning. Let me heed this warning. She made another account.
Who, Eiley?
Not Eiley.
Who? Oh, Becky.
Yes.
Oof,
I
Becky.
saw her last night in my broadcast. I'm like, nope, blocked. They blocked off my broadcast, but apparently she left the group chat.
I wonder what Becky is up to. What is she trying to do?
Trying to probably get every guy on you now.
Is Becky a hottie?
Becky is not a hottie. Betty is trashy. Becky is trash. Let's call her Betty. Betty is trash.
Betty. Ooh, okay. Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty. I love that show.
Sorry, I have to change the name a bit, cause then she showed my broadcast. I'm like, oh, no. Okay. You know, just rapping. She put that in her bio. I was like, boy. She put that in her bio though.
So she thinks that everybody is her boyfriend, basically, on here.
I would think so.
So she is an adventurer, I guess.
And apparently.
She goes. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, that show was cool. Absolutely, I love Ugly Betty. I fuck with that show.
I think that show ended, right? To be honest.
Yeah, it ended, and then there's a new show that the same chick is in. It's called Superstore, and I love that show as well. It's so nice.
Never seen. Is that on Netflix? Because I never really.
No, that one is Superstore is not on Netflix, but I love that show.
I was talking about Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty. I don't know if that's on Netflix or not.
Or Hulu. Why are you yawning? Fuck.
I'm tired again. I literally woke up ready to go back to bed now.
Don't yawn.
That's like me every morning.
Right.
But hey, guess what?
What happened?
I messaged my new boyfriend. In real life, not now stuff. I messaged Brendan, and he actually responded, and he was being all cute.
What? Did he acknowledge you as a boyfriend, or did he just say?
Well, we were talking, and because I haven't met up with him yet, right?
Well, you have to do that.
So I said, I'd like to meet up soon, and he said, yeah, we're gonna meet up soon. So that's good.
I guess. He actually.
Right, Eileen. Right, though.
Okay, sometimes I don't get why people fight for my love. Sometimes I'm just like, why y'all fighting over me? There's nothing to fight over. Like, this is not, Oh my god.
Well, there's a reason everybody fights for you. It's because you're really cute. Everyone's trying to get to you,
Everyone was trying, like.
Everybody wants Brayden.
Apparently.
Well, but Eiley is your boyfriend. You can't cheat on her.
No, that's why I don't. But I call people babes and I call them my sweethearts and all that one because I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's your BF, but you never met him. We started flirting.
Okay, wait. You know what? Pop culture. Let's just say they just live in the same vicinity.
Only ugly people are into me. So I'm gonna let that happen. Yeah, it takes a lot of patience and time, to find somebody you actually like, and then they like you back.
It does take time.
It took a long time for me to find someone who remotely that I'm interested in.
You're right.
After my ex, of course. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
I only dated 2 and it ended up really bad. Oh, I'm sorry, pop culture.
What you said, pop culture? What happened?
But don't let those 2 bad experiences scare you from doing it again. Because every experience is going to be different.
Pop culture, are you straight, bi, or gay? If I can ask that question. As I'm trying to hang my clothes. Oh, so you're bisexual? Is that what you're saying? Is that the census I'm getting?
Yep.
Okay.
He's bi.
I mean, what are you attracted to more, pop culture, guys or girls? Everyone's bi. You right.
Come on.
Okay, see, so he's more of a pansexual. Pop culture is pansexual.
I mean, I'm open. It's one person. Okay. Yeah.
That means like people for people, not just like you see either guy or girl.
You're right, pop culture.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It looked like you were doing Zumba for a moment there.
It did?
Yeah. It looked like a Zumba move.
I mean, I can.
We know you can.
After when I'm done cleaning my room.
And also, some people are like the average, but man, you start talking, it's turned on. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those chickens. Oh, yeah.
Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those chickens. I don't know, Ella. I think they know the schedule of when I broadcast and shit. That's why they go. That's why they do what they do. I think, and to be honest, with you. Okay, this hanger's fucking pissing me off. Oh shit, man. There we go. This hanger's pissing me off. Look at all those chickens. Okay, this is gonna go for a rag. Oh!
But, like, I guess, I'm just a 20 out of 10. Oof, you're a 20 out of 10. Do you want to guess?
Would you like to guess pop culture?
I want to see that 20 out of 10.
You're like, not now.
Jimmy.
Jimmy always flirty, especially when Aaron's around. Or John, especially.
Guys, I already know pop culture icon. Okay, I know what he looks like. You have a boyfriend, dude. I don't have a boyfriend yet. He said he loves me, but I didn't say it back yet. We're still trying to figure things out. I'm technically still single.
Oh. Or all these technicalities, who these boyfriends?
All these boyfriends. Look at all these boyfriends.
Who need a boyfriend? All these technicalities.
You don't know what I look like. I know what you look like. You look like a whole queen, like a whole snack, you know. Like, literally, pop culture icon is one of the cutest guys I've seen in a long time. Like, for real, though.
And that's not how it was cute.
I was like, because I thought pop culture icon was like a grandpa or something. And then he Snapchatted me, you know. Ooh.
To be honest, I thought I was cute, Jimmy.
I exposed you, pop culture.
You exposed everybody, Jimmy.
He said it's a snack. I say it's an entree. Yeah, I know, Ray. I always expose everybody. John is cute as fuck. Yeah, he is. He's really cute. And the faces he makes, and his eyes, everything, and his snake bites.
See. Jimmy's just gonna expose everybody. Jimmy's exposing.
Everybody's been exposed. Jamonte is now featured. Who's John? Who's that bitch? No one can be hotter than me. Well, John is aka username is whatever comes to mind.
Whatever comes to mind.
Whatever comes to mind.
Jimmy loves whatever comes to his mind.
Oof, I've been exposed. Brenna, girl, where you been? Like, you just came out of nowhere. Like, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you?
Who?
Brenna, my best friend. Taekwondo. Hello. How you been, Brenna? You want to guess? I've been doing okay.
I think Jimmy is pansexual, to be honest, because he got attracted to a girl last night.
Oh, Brayden, you're exposing me, aren't you?
I am today. Today's exposed Jimmy day. That's what today is.
Jimmy's not gay. Hey. Come on. Let's not expose me like that.
I was trying to be Jimmy's wingman last night. Oh, yeah, but that didn't work out, I bet, because then Jimmy probably fucked it up. Did you?
I think I did fuck it up.
Wait. Who were you trying to get last night? Who were you trying to go after?
Oh, damn it. I've been so exposed. Okay. Yeah.
Jimmy, who?
Paula. She's really cute.
Oh, you were trying last night with her again?
No, I was actually guesting with her, yeah.
But you were trying to get with her again? Are you Lacey? He fucked it up.
Well, I already talked to her. I'm in her DMs.
Oh, see, well, he fucked it up.
But I did fuck it up, yeah. Because now she won't respond. She was live earlier, I know.
She was?
Yeah, she was. I was guesting with her again.
Oh.
But I fucked it up.
Jimmy, stop effing up things, please. Jimmy, this is why we can have nice things.
I know.
Yo, that's why we can have nice things in life. Because Jimmy goes around and just tries to flirt, but then he didn't succeed.
You want to see? She's a model. Her name is Paula, and I was flirting with her and stuff.
Jimmy, you can't be doing that. You play with people's feelings. That's not nice.
I hate her eyebrows so much. Oh, because you like them. Okay, I thought you were okay.
Jimmy, stop it. Stop breaking people's hearts. Stop. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Jimmy. You're not heartbreaker.
Can I continue breaking people's hearts?
Yes, you may continue.
Just kidding.
You may continue.
Thanks.
You know what? Can you tell you not to hurry up with those fucking platform fixes? Because I want the bigger screens for the guesting.
I think they're gonna change it.
They better, because then I want that. Because then, these 4 screens that are on now, they're so small.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I can have that. Oh, and you should tell them bring back the rotation, that you can rotate when you broadcast, rotate the phone.
You mean if we do this and then it automatically switches it to the correct orientation?
Yeah.
Wait, let me catch up on these comments real quick. It says, break my heart some more, Jimmy.
Oh,
Brenda, you know I love you. Those creeps last night, I felt like I wanted to protect her. Oh yeah, everybody was like flirting hard with her. Like, dude, she looks like she have makeup on when she doesn't have the. And have you seen how she Rosie? Pop culture icon. That's what I'm saying. She's like, remember, I was complimenting her makeup. I was like, your makeup looks beautiful, and she's like, oh, thanks. I'm not wearing any makeup. Like, what?
That's where you effed up, Jimmy. She said she was wearing makeup when she wasn't.
Well, at least I didn't ask her, do you like sports?
Oh God, she probably does like sports, to be honest, though.
Ugh, I hate her. I hate her even more because she's so nice. Yeah, she's so kind. Like, she's so sweet. It's not fair. I hate her. I hate her too. I wish I looked like her, actually.
Oh my God, Eiley, you're such a mood.
Eiley, yeah, you are a whole mood, Eiley. Steve, thanks so much for inviting 2,632 fans to the broadcast. That's so many fans. I appreciate it. What's up? Not much. Just broadcasting.
You, Jimmy.
What?
I came up to guest. I forgot to invite my fans.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I'm not gonna invite my fans when I go and guest with you. So.
Oh, does it? Okay. I thought I didn't know it.
Your friends.
Thank you for inviting your fans.
I had to, Eileen. Thank you for inviting your friends.
I had a coffee this morning.
Coffee?
Jimmy messed up when he said he was jealous of her face and when she started talking about her makeup. Yeah, I know. Oof. I did. I fucked up.
She was like,
I fucked up. What's up, Robert Smith?
Wait, Jimmy, she's like, bye, B. She's like,
wait, what?
She's like, bye, bitch. Bye.
To her?
No, to you. She's like, bye, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, bye. And she didn't want
bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Jimmy messed up and already read that. Now she thinks you want to be her, not in her. Oh my God, pop culture icon. I thought I was the one who's like really thirsty, but jeez, like that got really sexual.
Oh shit, for real?
Eiley, oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah, oh my God.
Here. I am a mood right now, guys. I am a mood.
I'm a whole mood too. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out soon.
Oof.
So sleepy.
Jimmy is sleeping again. He's falling asleep.
Like look at these bags. You know, I can hold all your groceries in my look at these eye bags. No, oh no, I'm kind of thirsty this week, but sad at the same time. I just want to be. Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm exactly right there, pop culture icon.
Jimmy, you now messed up my schedule.
You now messed up your schedule?
You now messed up my sleeping schedule.
Gay. Eiley.
Who said gay?
It's kind of gay that Eiley just said gay. Like, Jimmy took the expression secure the bag to a whole new level. James is here.
James is here?
Oh my goodness.
James, look,
hey, James.
You're looking at me. King.
How you doing?
James, come up with house, James. I want to see your face.
Jimmy, you're gay. Hey, there's no need for that. This is a LGBT.
Oh.
No, you're right though. Eiley, James.
I guess you don't even have to.
James, what's up?
Nothing. Just got home from work.
How you doing? Actually, I was low key. I went on you now, and I was so bored. I was looking for you, like your stream, and then you weren't live, so I just went live.
Aw, Jimmy. Well, you know, you're the second best. So
I know. Wait. I look for certain people on you now when I come and check my phone every morning. I hate to see if Jimmy's live, or is James live, or is Dorian live, or is my friend Adam Thomas Heap live or his Roxy live. Like, I look out for certain people first before I go into some random broadcast.
Yeah, same. Like before I broadcast, I look for like particular people.
I look for people that
for
actually
sure
watch.
YouTube.
We're in LGBT right now, aren't we?
Yeah, James.
Awesome. We are.
James.
Let's get it.
How do you feel about that, James?
Oh, I'm cool.
I'm like, why boyfriend?
All right, go on. Keep interrupting. I'm so sorry.
You're not interrupting shit.
You could never interrupt. Like you're like the main event here.
Yeah.
As soon as you came in, you're the main event here.
You're the main snack of the day.
You're the best looking person on LGBT right now.
Right.
You guys feel nice. It makes me want to do something for you. Jimmy, go look outside your front door.
What?
You were like, can you find it? I think you're becoming a fan of me. I appreciate that. But he go live for an hour sharing people broadcasts though.
I do. I try to share a bunch of people. Like I try to help people, you know.
Oh, James, you missed it. I was
just being modest.
I was up for about like 6 hours, I think. Was it 6 hours? About 6 hours.
6 hour stream?
Yeah, I did like 6 hour stream. Eiley was there.
Of course. I was there for the good people, 100%.
James, you know, I sang the whole thing to Hannah. She's the first person who came to my stream when I started my stream, like, 40 minutes ago. And I sang her the entire I'm Sorry, Hannah song.
Oh, gosh. It must have been like, Jimmy, stop. Like,
she was like, she left.
Hi,
yeah,
Hannah guested, though. To be fair, she guested for like 5 minutes.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, she should have knew that me, so.
Okay, so should I go look outside real quick? I'll be right back.
Yeah, go look outside.
Okay, I'm gonna go look outside. You better be outside, James. Just saying.
Man, you'll see.
I don't know what I'm expecting, but I'll be right back.
You'll see. I don't expect what I'm talking about.
Oof. Eiley, boyfriend. Oh, thank you, George, for the 50. So where's our? Huh?
Hi, Braden.
Hi, James, you beautiful person.
So, do you know what we're gonna do again tonight, guys?
Huh? Oh shit, he's popping.
It's every day, bro, with the Budweiser flow.
He's popping one already.
Yeah, oh, hey.
That's my star.
Oh, James got me a puppy. Oh, James. Thanks, bro.
Now, Jimmy, we know James didn't get you that puppy. Now I'm about to smack you across your head.
Thanks for 10 likes.
Thanks for 20 likes. Oh, but that's my star. She's like, leave me the fuck alone. Oh, is it
nasty ass breath.
Wait, is it he or she?
It's a he.
He's like, leave me the fuck alone. Just like, get me out of the camera. I don't want to be all about the paparazzi life. Am I right? Am I right? I think I'm right. Thanks for all the 10s.
You're right. Oh my god, thanks for all the 10s. Whoa. That's crazy.
All 10.
Sorry, I spent all my coins I earned.
Spam so many 10s.
I spent all
hey, John. The shy guy. No, not whatever comes to mind. Some other John.
Oh. Oh, I was like, John's here?
Oh, shit.
He's probably sleeping, though, to be honest.
Logan, are you non-binary?
The fuck is non-binary?
Yeah, here, watch this. Okay, watch this.
Hey, Logan, go pee on the floor, because whenever I mention it, you do it.
We have a haircut tomorrow, guys.
You can get a haircut tomorrow? Yeah,
you should stream it while you get your haircut.
Should I?
You can.
My hairdresser won't even be like freaked out. Like her daughter's a YouTuber. who has like
Oh, yeah.
70 subs. 70,000. 70,000 subs on YouTube.
70,000. Holy crap.
I think she does. I know she
get her to. You should do like a collab video or something.
I wouldn't ask her that. Could you imagine being like, "Yeah, can I get some juice?" And she'd be like, "Okay." So like, what? Like, or I'd be like, "No, work, man." Like maybe after a while, if like when I start doing my YouTube, if it takes off or anything like that, like then I can start asking her if she wants to hang out, do collabs. But I'm not just gonna be like, "Hey, juice me."
Pop culture icon. Oh my goodness.
What?
That's rude.
Like, what is this stinky ass breath? Oof, you're right. Logan doesn't have stink breath, okay?
Logan is my hero. He was really nice.
Logan's my spirit animal. He peed actually one time when I was talking to Jamie, and it was so funny.
Yeah, fun for you, not fun for me.
But fun for me because then he listened.
Bullies.
I ain't bullying. The dog listened to me. Just shut up.
Well, you should have told him to pee outside, not inside. Abort the dog.
It's a little late for that, Eiley.
What's he doing there? Oh my goodness, I don't know. He's doing some.
Wanna fuck a dog in the ass.
Put him down on the ground.
A dog in the ass. I wanna fuck a dog in the ass.
I thought
You guys never heard that song? That's Blink 182. That's Blink 182. Everyone knows who Blink 182 is. Come on.
Yes, I do know who Blink 182 is.
That was a golden song. It's not on Spotify though. But when Shane Dawson does it, no, I'm just kidding.
Oof. Hey, James. I've been guesting with Paula every time she's been live.
But you asked up though.
Yeah, I did fuck up.
She go live off?
You know what James, you know what happened?
What?
I was guesting with Paula. Yeah, she goes live a lot now. She's going live like every day, and I've been guesting her every day. Like yesterday, I told her, I'm like, you're really talented at doing makeup. Like, I said, it looks really good the way you do it, and she's like, oh, thanks. I'm not wearing makeup, and I was like,
you model, you.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I mean, you look really beautiful naturally, and she's like.
The stave was too late, Jimmy. The stave was too late.
And then I changed the topic. I'm like, can I see your shoes again? Like, I did worse than you, man. Asking, what did you ask? Do you like sports?
I think you played sports. I was like, do you play sports?
Do you play sports?
Give me your stave. I don't play, to be honest.
Brayden, do you play sport?
I don't play sports.
Well, maybe Zumba. Zumba is like a sport, I guess.
Zumba is fitness.
Yeah, fitness.
James, do you play sport?
I don't play.
I blew this out of proportion. I'm sorry.
I think you guys want to be your friend. I do want to be your friend, man. I'd love to be your friend. Hey, thanks for being a fan, Ross. I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, we would love to be her friend. She's actually... She's one of the few people that are actually like fucking beautiful and really nice too at the same time. Really kind, like genuinely.
But then you have to go say something and be like, you put your foot in your mouth. It's a put in your foot mouth moment that you did.
Do you watch sports? It's Coley's first time on YouNow. Hey Coley, welcome to YouNow.
Like, do you watch sports? I'll say no.
That's exactly why you should hate her.
We should all date her? Should we group date her? I'm down. I'm game.
Dude, I'm so down. Like I've actually turned 100% straight since I've met her. So
I can believe that.
We all know that's a lie. You have a boyfriend. We all know that's a lie.
You have lies. I love it.
Look, even Logan's shocked. He's like, "What? You're straight now?" Like,
yeah, what?
Do y'all like my pants I bought from Ross the other day? It's pajama pants.
Thanks, Coley.
Flashy.
It's pajama pants. I love it.
Is that a Budweiser? Oof. Let's get drunk. Dr. Pepper.
I don't have any alcohol.
You gotta go
That's
to
for you.
the liquor store, wherever it's called in British Columbia.
We have it's called BC Liquor Store.
BC liquor store. So every province has their own because ours is the LCBO, Liquor Board of Ontario, and
Okay. Yeah.
in Quebec it's called the SAQ. People just call it the STAC. I don't know what it stands for. Something Quebec, obviously. Alcohol Quebec. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think every province does have its and it's cheaper to buy liquor there, right? Compared to private places. Hey, Tide Pods, thanks so much for inviting 715 fans.
What's minimum wage in BC? Alexa, what's minimum wage in BC?
British Columbia's minimum wage is $11.35.
Really?
$11.35?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. That's why that's what I'm saying. If I get that job, the one you were helping me with the interview, if I get it $22 an hour,
double.
Yeah. Woolmort Toad Pod, what's up?
Society of Quebec. See, pop culture would know it. Hey, what's going on, Sire? Welcome back. Hey.
Sahara, what's up?
She was watching the stream when I was streaming on my break earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I missed your comment. Okay. Oh my God, your dog is cute. Is it a boy or girl? It's a boy, and his name is Logan. And you're from Scotland? That's awesome.
Nice. So I went and wrote about him twice. What? Song about me twice? No, that's really nice. Hit me up if you ever need advice. Okay, we're done.
My baby.
James, I need advice.
We pause, yeah.
What do you need advice on, Braden? I got you.
Ooh. How do I become a better streamer?
A better streamer?
Yeah.
You're already a good streamer.
Okay, thank you.
I'm the worst streamer on you now, I think.
No, you're not. Wait.
The worst, okay, guys. The worst. I did an example of the worst streamers. Are the ones that
so awesome. Was it? Wait, I don't know how to say his name, but yeah.
No. Yeah. Here's the worst streamer. Look. Here.
They just sit there in bed and they're just like.
Here, look.
Hi.
It's raining over here, to be honest.
Hi, I'm playing my game right now, guys.
Exactly.
By the way, make sure you give me likes and things that give me money. Thanks.
Yeah, my PayPal's link is in my bio. Right? They just have their black screen like this. Fuck. I can't do it.
So guys, that's my fan, and make sure you like up my fan and share the broadcast. Thanks.
Should I drop my free gift on Jimmy? My free spin?
No, don't. I'm gonna end it soon.
Yeah, someone dropped their free spin today, and my I was only doing a half an hour broadcast because I was on the break, and I got 2K, and I was like, damn. And a bunch of people started coming.
That's lucky. That's so lucky.
Some people have their PayPal in their bio. What is this about? Do folk make money off you now? No, those are people asking for money. If you grind you now enough, you can actually get monetized, and that's when you start earning money legitimately. If you have a PayPal link in your bio, then you're pretty much begging for money.
Okay, wait, hold on. Some people have their PayPal in the bio. Okay, so Cooley, people would like to. Okay, some people are genuine enough, and if they put their PayPal in, they would use it to go towards their streaming and people things to buy for their streams, and or either donate to a certain organization, or they could just be fucked up and just take your money and just spend it.
Be careful who you give it to. If you really want to support a streamer, make sure you know what is happening.
Yeah, make sure you know where your money's going to, y'all.
You could be let's say it was me. Let's say I had a PayPal link in my bio. I would buy nothing but beer and weed with it, and I'm going to be serious. Actually,
Well, hey, to be fair with that, it helps your broadcast be entertaining. Like so,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah,
helping the broadcast.
Recording beer and weed on broadcast. Damn.
What?
Jimmy ain't innocent no more, y'all. He went to the dark side.
Ow, that actually hurts. What are you doing?
Logan, scratch him. Bite him.
Did you freeze? I'm gonna take a screenshot of the way he froze. That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm gonna take a screenshot too.
Okay, I got a screenshot of it. I love
I
it.
got a screenshot of it too. Ow.
Ow.
Ow. Oh, Kurt.
Oh, Kurt.
Yeah. He did. Oh. It's like Logan. Wait, I want to pick a dog. I'm just kidding. I'm
the only annoying thing is that dogs are stinky. Yes.
You Jimmy stinky ass. Okay. I'm kidding.
Or the ones that only show us, yeah, shade.
I want to be someone's dog. I would love to be someone's dog if it's the right person, the right owner.
When can you become my dog? Well, Paul is better at frozen though. Well, she looks like she's a model, so like, what do you expect? I think that is what he just said. Hannah Dickens, what's up? Oof.
Did he freeze? The guy you're streaming with blocked me. Who? Who blocked you, Hannah? I think a dog isn't straight. Oof. Who? Who are you talking? What kind of dog would who be? Me? You. Oh, I don't know. What kind of dog you want me to be? I'll be any kind of dog. Hannah, salty ain't a good look for you, honey. I'm gonna come after your ass. Yay.
Brayden.
I can be a chocolate, yes.
Brayden.
Yes.
Is James still frozen for you?
Yes.
There you go. He gone. We'll bring him back. He comes back because we love him.
Hannah, you can just fucking turn him off if you want to, stupid bitch. Oh.
Brayden.
Sorry, I've been savage lately.
I've never seen you this savage before, Brayden.
Oh, thank you. But I am.
Because I didn't catch up with the comments yet.
Hannah, just turn off the notifications, okay, Hannah? It's all you need to do. Like, just leave it alone and just turn off the notifications, okay, Hannah? Like, don't be so petty and be like, oh, tell him to unblock me so I can just like unfan him, and then so I can just like turn off his notifications. That's a Becky move right there. That's a Becky move right there, actually, to be honest.
Becky mood?
I am a whole mood right now, okay? Hannah, I don't fucking care. You can just turn off your whole notifications for you now. Damn it. Like,
no game. What are you doing?
I can blow my nose, to be honest. No,
I don't dance now. I make Becky moves.
That's not. I make Becky. Yeah, you're right. Logan, go pee on the floor.
Brayden, don't tell my dog to do those things.
He would do it though, right? Oh, bless him. I wish he had a pet. What age is he? Oh, Cooley, why don't you become my fan? I'll let you guest with me one day. Oh wait, yeah. Are you new to you now?
Logan, quiet.
Logan, go pee. Logan, go pee on the floor for me, please. Jimmy. Oh, you just washed? Oh, okay. Damn, Martha, are you right?
All right. Bray, I gotta end the broadcast.
You do?
Yeah.
Should I go live for a bit, guys?
Sure, I'll try to drop by.
Why? What are you doing today?
About to head out.
Oh, okay. Wait. Before you do that, where the fuck? Okay. Hey, man, we all Gucci on my iPad. Oh, sorry, where my iPad was, but it's right here. Get that eggplant. Ooh. He's gonna get that eggplant.
Walmart Wi-Fi.
What the fuck? My iPad died. What the fuck? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go live with my phone for a bit, and then while my iPad charges up, and then once my iPad charges up to a certain point, then I'll go live. But yeah.
Logan, quiet. All right, I'm gonna end the stream, and I shall see you guys. Whoever goes live.
I'm gonna go live.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.